got to finish 162 and hopefully more after that. But obviously, it's going to be tough for us. But you know, there's not an elimination next to our name yet. So until that point, I mean, even if it is, you still got to finish 162. So.
Yeah, they don't give you that choice. You got to play it to the end, no doubt about that. Tristan Costa.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a great fucking day. Today, we got the final one. The final Red Sox stream of the year. Not the final game. Still got 3 more games, but this is the last one that I'll be able to stream. As far as I know. I mean, things always fucking change. But yeah. So Red Sox, Blue Jays. This is the series finale, and this is the season finale for me. Unless by some miracle we make the playoffs, which I highly doubt it. I mean, I'm not done with streams, obviously, for the year. I'm obviously doing NASCAR streams. I'll do Sun streams when those come back, you know. I'll be playoff streams. So, like, even if it's not my team, I'll still be doing them. Because I love baseball that much, you know. And playoff baseball is the best. It's the best. It really is.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender, signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense. We make chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Ready to have some fun?
Yeah, let's do it. This week, the Dallas Cowboys take on the New York Giants as Thursday Night Football is on. Stream Thursday Night Football only on Prime.
She runs and plays like a puppy again.
His number 2s are perfect. He's a brand new dog all in less than a year.
When people switch their dog's food from kibble to the farmer's dog, they often say that it feels like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply fresh meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of dried pellets. Just food made for the health of dogs, delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do.
What is it? My new boyfriend. So sweet. Look what he just sent me. Ooh, that's a lovely view, huh? What are you two looking at?
I just ordered food.
What did you say?
So,
Tip-pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden
hello and good evening, Samuel Wilson. What is up, Matt? How are you doing today?
The only major no-fee ticket site with the same seats at
today,
prices.
Yep, like I said, Red Sox, Blue Jays. Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox is Richard Fitz. Yes, he has a 0.00 ERA in 3 games played this year, has 15 and 2/3 innings pitched, and has 7 strikeouts. This is his rookie year. He made his first start on the 8th against the White Sox. So yes, he is very new to this, but he's been doing great. He's been doing great since he's been up, so hope he keeps that up. Starting pitcher for the Blue Jays, Kevin Gausman. He has a 3.91 ERA in 30 games pitched this year, has 159 strikeouts and 175 innings pitched. Starting lineup for the Boston Red Sox, Jarren Duran leads off in center field, Wilyer Abreu will bat second in right field, Tristan Casas bats third at first base. Tyler O'Neill will bat fourth in left field. Masataka Yoshida will bat fifth at DH. Trevor Story will bat sixth at shortstop. Nick Sogard will bat seventh at third base. Connor Wong will bat eighth at catcher. And Emmanuel Valdez will bat ninth at second base. For the Blue Jays, Jonathan Clase leads off in center field. Nathan Lukes bats second in right field. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. bats third at first base. Alejandro Kirk bats fourth at DH. Addison Barger bats fifth at third base. Ernie Clement bats 6th at shortstop. Leo Jimenez. The fuck am I talking about? Leo Jimenez bats 7th at second base. Joey Luperfido bats 8th in left field. And Tyler Heineman bats 9th at catcher. Joey Luperfido, I think he actually kind of, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he fucked us up last time. Or like in one game this year.
All-day energy starts with clean hydration. Element. More electrolytes.
But yeah.
Zero sugar. You feel the difference when you get
the final stream of the year, so I feel like we should go back through some memories before this game starts. I feel like we should, you know, we're about to get it in a minute, but all those rockin' intros where they play the intro and I'm fucking going crazy. It's just catchy as fuck.
Zoom Workplace is an AI-powered platform where teams collaborate.
Time to shine, AI companion.
I love the moment that really got me this year.
Done. Now that's
The moment that really got me this year was in Texas. In Texas against the Rangers, when Willie Abreu, he hit that home run, and they went into the dugout and he was in tears, bawling his eyes out. And the team rallied around him. The team, you know, showed their support to him. And then he came back out and hit a second home run, which was just amazing. We all didn't know what was going on, but we found out after the game that his grandma had died the night before. So that was a very emotional moment, but also kind of a feel-good moment in the way that, like, we all rallied around him. We showed support to him, showed that we loved him. Fuck yeah. That's the last time I'll get to do that this year.
Game of 2024. They go for a sweep of the Toronto Blue Jays and a 5-game winning streak before the last 3 regular season games at Fenway this weekend. Welcome back north, everybody. Dave O'Brien alongside Kevin Nicholas, also Jemai Webster joining us in just a few moments.
Some other great memories, just the amazing catches Willie Abreu would make. Like early in the year, also when I fell in love with Sedon. Like I fell in love with him like immediately. Like he immediately became my favorite player. Like just so fast. It was pretty much like opening week. He was my favorite player. Like, and you know he had a terrible batting average early in the year, and then he actually got better and was like way better than I ever thought he could be. He's not, you know, hitting amazingly by any means, but he's hitting good, and then he's still just a fucking magician defensively. So, you know,
this is the starting rotation on the current roster.
Magical year, even though we suck. It's just baseball, man. You love the game. We don't suck. We're mid. We're mid. We are literally the epitome of mid.
Trying to keep that rolling. Red Sox in a 3-game sweep. That's what they're looking for of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Other great memories. I mean, Jarren Duran being All-Star MVP. Nothing really tops that, I guess, for this year. That was an amazing moment.
Guaranteed.
I remember going fucking crazy when he hit that bomb. Jaden talking shit, you know. Talking about him being a bench warmer. And then he did that other thing that we don't talk about. But we still love him. We still love Jarren Duran. He's still a good friend. Other good memories. Oh, probably this might actually be my favorite one of the year. Was the night when the Celtics were at Fenway. And we were down by like 6-2 to the Blue Jays in the late innings. I think it was like entering the 8th inning. when we came back to win. That was an amazing moment.
The kind that can only be unlocked by the perfect sleep sanctuary.
I also remember the Blue Jays,
assembled in our American factory.
the Red Sox Blue Jays game that got suspended. Remember we watched the NBA draft during that, and I was just waiting for myself to get drafted, but they never called my name, and it was really unfortunate. Because I would have made the NBA if it weren't for my knee injury. So it was unfortunate. But and then that game got postponed, and then Danny Jansen ended up becoming like the first player to play for both teams in the same game when that game resumed 2 months later.
Those who put it on a pedestal,
Uh,
those who put it within reach.
That was fun. Remember the Tigers stream against the Tigers like a month or so ago when I had like just gotten off of the Xfinity race and I was just fucking blasted. I was just blasted, dude. And that game went by so fast. Like that literally felt like a 45-minute experience, but it was like 2 hours.
Caked on deep.
It was a quick game, but it just felt like it went by so much faster.
New Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Laundry Detergent. Our most powerful formula yet. Penetrates deep into
Didn't have many rain delays though this year, which is a good thing. The doubleheader the other day was a lot of fun. That was a great memory. Alex Cora getting ejected fucking sucked, but that was still kind of funny. Oh, when Willier got ejected, that was the most pissed off I was at any point this year. Was when Willier got ejected. That pissed me the fuck off.
Well, Dave, to put it simply, Fitz has fit, which has opened the door for so many more puns. But
when we beat the Phillies and the Yankees, like we took 2 out of 3 games from them in 2 consecutive series. That was amazing because those are my 2 least favorite teams. We were really just mid before that, and that was kind of the start of us being really good before we fell back down again.
While allowing 0 earned runs in his first 3 career outings, and that's something that's brought joy to Red Sox pitching coach Andrew Bailey.
Yeah, I mean it's been awesome. Obviously to see the
Brewers game where we had the benches clearing incident with the fucking Brewers because the fucking first base coach was like chirping at Chris Martin. And then the Rockies benches clearing incident where the fucking Cal Raleigh wanted to call out Reese McGuire for jerking off in a parking lot. Like, that one was funny.
Working with our PD staff, hats off to them and hats off to him for the work and the consistency of that.
Alex Cora told me Fitz understands what he needs to do for him.
Got the roof open tonight, which is kind of surprising. I thought it was raining in Toronto. Maybe I'm wrong.
And extend their win streak to 5 games. And you have to excuse me there, Obi. Took another body shot from the captain, Jason Barrett.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty spry these days, and that's become an area. Getting really close to the camera.
Oh, no rain in Toronto. I don't know why I thought it was.
Yes, he is bullying people.
It's raining like everywhere.
He can do that. He can do that. Red Sox.
The Mets and the Braves got postponed, and that's just they got their next 2 games postponed, and they play a doubleheader tomorrow or on Monday, the day before the playoffs. So that's fun.
Doing what he does, picking on Jemai. Where is security when Jemai needs it? Nowhere to be found.
I mean, you got to take the body shot though too, Jemai. I mean, come on, you've been training for years.
Red Sox have won 4 in a row. They have outscored opponents 27-10, so the bats have...
First pitch is at 7:07, which is right now, but it's not happened yet. Taking their time, taking their sweet time.
Brought to you by Plymouth Rock. At the top, it'll be Jaron Duran. He's got hot again. He's got 187 hits. Julio Abreu's in right. Tristan Casas at first base with Tyler O'Neill. Trying to snap an 0 for 20 in left. Yoshida the DH, Trevor Story at shortstop, followed by Nick Sogard playing third base tonight. Connor Wong will get the catch, and Valdez is at second. Facing the Blue Jays starting pitcher, brought to you by PNC Bank. Right-hander is Kevin Gausman, 13-11, his ERA 3.91.
Here's the Blue Jays defense.
I hate Machado.
In left, Jonathan Clase in center, Nathan Lucas in right.
Addison Barger at third, Ernie Clement at short, Leo Jimenez at second, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at first, and the battery. Kevin Gausman doing the pitching, Tyler Heineman doing the catching.
Umpires tonight, Tom Hanahan behind home plate. Lance Barksdale makes the calls at first. Nick Lentz at second and Scott Barry at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Right now, Fangraphs putting the Red Sox.
Oh, fuck. I meant to put a picture of Mudang up on the screen. Oh, well.
The Red Sox have won the first 2 games of this series. They're going to have to finish the season with an 8-game winning streak. Regardless,
Got to win them all.
got to win them all.
Get some luck from the opposition that you're trying to chase.
Would need quite a bit of help. Jaron Duran to get in 285 with 21 home runs.
All right, so Jaron Duran's in.
He has scored 108 runs
Everyone's
to lead
set.
the ball club. Red Sox are 2-0 here. They've only struck out 12 times in the 2 games, which is a nice change of pace.
Yeah, the first game wasn't
And
hard
off
not
we
to
go.
strike out. Saw Bassett as worse. 10 walks?
10 walks total, yep.
For the final
So,
time
yeah,
this year.
Tell you one thing with Jaron Duran, though. He's got arbitration next year. What a year he had going into arbitration.
Yeah, good timing.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, as a former player, we all love seeing guys that do this before their arbitration.
Good numbers against Gausman. 6 for 16, 375 lifetime with 4 doubles.
So 1-1 count to Jaron Duran.
And a strike.
That'll be strike 2.
Only Ohtani, Judge, and Bobby Witt Jr. have more extra base hits than Jaron Duran. He's 82.
Yeah, Bobby Witt Jr., you know my philosophy on it. He's 30-30 on the year. And no one's talking about the 30-30 because of Shohei and his 50-50. But for a 30-30 shortstop.
Yeah, I always knew that Diggs loved Josh Allen.
Left center.
You know, I think Diggs did love it in Buffalo, but
Number 1. Brady next.
Yeah, and just think of a guy that, you know, shortstop in the top 5 and trying to win the batting title and all that. I mean, it's amazing what a season he's had.
He's had a great year, and he's not going to win the MVP.
So here's Willie Abreu.
He's going to win that.
Well, in my book, he's winning it. So that's all that matters, right?
In your book, yeah.
I'm going to send him an award.
You know, I read your book. I certainly believe that he is deserving of the MVP in most years. But, of course, the Yankees are playing to win the division. Kansas City is scrapping to get in. Sounds like he broke his bat. I think Williams going through some bats lately. 2 up and 2 down.
And that's out number 2.
Ball to second brings up Tristan Casas. He's going to need a new
I want this game to be a long one. I want this to be a long game.
Tonight.
If it goes like 15 innings,
240 with a
we're here till like 2 a.m. Actually, if it went 15 innings, we wouldn't be here that late. For it to go to 2 a.m., we'd have to be here for like 20 innings probably. But I'd be perfectly happy with that.
To keep from another losing season, which would be 3 in a row. And in tight ball 1. Gausman came in throwing the ball well. 7-3 his last 12 starts, an ERA of 3. He's had some back issues as of late. Red Sox are facing the best 3 starting pitchers that Toronto has in the series.
Let's take a look at Kevin Gausman's pitching arsenal presented by WB Mason. He's got that 4-seam, got the split. That is his pitch. And then occasional slider and sinker.
Mile high down the left
So
field
Tristan
line.
Casas, that's going to be fouled off, so that's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, the one thing with Gausman too, this has been a tough year for him. You know, his lowest strikeout percentage since 2018, but his highest walk percentage since 2017. And he has struggled mightily at home compared to on the road. He's got over a 5 ERA here.
Two down, bases empty, just getting underway. And fought off by Tristan. Coleman faced the Red Sox back in June at Fenway. And it was a quality start. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. He got the win as Toronto beat the Sox 9-4. They are very familiar with the veteran. O'Neill on deck. And in a strike 3 to retire the side. Red Sox.
So that'll end the inning. We will head to the bottom of the first inning. Still a scoreless game.
Like the award-winning Sentra, the best-selling Rogue, and the all-electric Leaf. All with available Safety Shield 360. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue Platinum.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Ready to have some fun?
Let's do it. This week, the Dallas Cowboys take on the New York Giants as Thursday Night Football is on. Stream Thursday Night Football only on Prime.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves.
That was a very
And now
fast
you can
top
get
of the
3
first.
pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense.
What are some other good memories of this year?
Ready, set, spark. With Rose
When else did
Sauce,
Cora
you
get
the
ejected? I
active
know he got
ingredient
ejected a
in
few
it
other times
with
and it
faster.
pissed me off.
Why? Under the tongue dissolvables hit your bloodstream.
Did he get ejected
compared
against
to
Seattle?
which means less waiting and more.
Not the opening
Sparks
series, but
also contain
like the
active
when they came back here,
ingredient in Cialis for
didn't they eject
long-lasting
him?
results, so you can go an extra lap. With ingredients for fast results that last, there's Rose
When
Sparks.
Corey gets ejected, that's not good memories though. That just fucking pisses me off. But I mean, it is kind of good memories in the sense where like I love when he freaks out and he just like starts yelling at the umps. It's hilarious.
Barger, Clement, Jimenez, Loperfido, and Heineman. Tanner Heineman, former Red Sox catcher. Red Sox starting pitcher, brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. That's the right-hander Richard Fitz. Now look at that first big league win. 3 major league starts without allowing an earned run.
Yeah, throwing the ball well. Andrew Bailey, too, talking about it, trying to get that weak contact. They're talking a little bit more about trying to increase the strikeout rate, but right now he's been doing good. Just also trying to last a little longer in the game. He's gone 5 2/3 against the White Sox, and then 5 innings each against the Yankees and the Twins.
3 starts. He's throwing the ball pretty darn well, but the Red Sox have lost all 3 of those. They've scored only 8 runs when he's pitched.
It's tough. It's tough to give up no earned runs in your starts and lose. Well, not lose, but they've lost in his starts.
5 scoreless innings against the Twins last Friday, but no decision. Red Sox would lose that game in 12 innings.
So
4-2.
1-2 count to Jonathan Class here.
Game of the year.
I'd be good to see a Fitz game before the year ends. I was like hoping all year he'd get called up.
20 strikeout.
And then he did, and I didn't get to see the first 3 games. So
1-2 sock toward the alley. It's going to get down.
That'll be down for a base hit.
Cut off by Brea. It's going to be a solid base hit by Clase, who can certainly fly. He's one of the fastest guys in the American League.
Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense presented by Bigelow Tea. We got Tyler O'Neill left, Jaron Duran in center, Willier Abreu in right, Nick Sogard third, Trevor Story at short, Valdez at second, Casas at first, Fitz doing the pitching, Long doing the catching.
Nathan Lucas climbing in, the right fielder. Recently promoted from the minor leagues. They are playing some kids here down the stretch. There's a bunt. Sogard will scoop and flip on to get him into second safely as Class A. It's interesting they bunt here. They decided not to bunt last night, a critical spot. And they hit into a double play. There was a crusher.
Yeah, that was an interesting one last night. We kind of talked about it because it was basically more predicated on the shift. Von Grissom was all the way up the middle, and Tristan Casas had to hold the runner on. He had Chris Martin, a big guy that doesn't move as well. I mean, he's an athlete.
So the runner advanced up to
that's a
second,
perfect
but it's on
situation
number
for a
1. So
right-handed
here's
hitter,
Vladimir
especially against a
Guerrero
guy like
Jr.
Martin, who throws that cutter to get a good bunt down the first base side.
Diving back in Class A with Vlad Guerrero Jr. up there. And I know a lot of people, when they hear any discussion about a bunt at the big league level anymore, they're like, oh my God, that's archaic. Figure, well, there's no place for the bunt anymore. I still believe there is every once in a while.
I'm not a big believer in that bunt right there. I think you got to play it for the big inning.
We're talking about the one last night.
The one last night, correct. The one here, I don't agree with. Just moving a guy over in the first, that's not a good look. You're looking to try to throw up a crooked number, try to get ahead. 7th, 8th, and 9th, that's the bunting situations, in my opinion.
Totally agree. Slap toward the middle.
And that'll be out number 2.
Make the play to first.
But the runner does advance down to third base.
In front of Alejandro Kirk has been red hot. A 16-game hit streak. He's their DH tonight.
Oh, another great memory was, I don't even remember who we were playing against, but it was just the night that we had like the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Pre-game. And to see Dustin Pedroia get inducted was really cool. Because that's somebody that I've, you know, like a childhood player type shit, you know.
There's not a lot of thump in this order. When you look around, you got Barger's pretty strong. Vladdy, of course. Spencer Horwitz, who's not in the lineup tonight. You go deep a little bit, but after that, you got a lot of guys that are, good players that are going to try to get on it by just moving the ball around. They're not going to be the big thumpers. It's going to be interesting to see what this Blue Jays organization does in the offseason, too.
Sure will be. They got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And they don't have a lot in the farm system to do it with. Fly ball right field.
And that'll be out number 3.
And Fitz gets out of the inning.
So that'll end the first inning. We head to the second inning. Still a scoreless game, but the Blue Jays did get a hit there from Jonathan Clase. He advanced all the way to third before the inning was over.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are clear. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Get your girls out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls' Night Out.
Tyler O'Neill, the native Canadian, to start things off here in the second inning. No score after 1. O'Neill 243 with the 31 home runs. And trying to fight his way out of an 0 for 20 as he fouls the first one away.
Yeah, 0 for 20 and a 1 for 29 in 8 games. So usually sees a lot of success here north of the border.
So here's Tyler O'Neill at his home stadium. He is a Canadian man.
He's been bothered by a stiff back here recently. Red Sox have been winning these games largely without O'Neill, Raffy Devers, and Kenley Jansen. They haven't participated very much here in recent days. Obviously, 2 of those guys are done for the year. Swung on and missed.
That'll be strike number 3, so it's out number 1.
So Gosman with a K. As you mentioned, his strike rate has been down this year, but 2 so far tonight.
Yeah, it goes that good split. Man, to a righty too. A lot of times they get nervous about throwing that pitch because if you leave it up and a righty can turn on, it doesn't have to swing too hard, reverses it, but you get it down like that and in, it has that good run. Tough to a righty.
Masataka Yoshida, 283 with 10 home runs, driven in 56.
Just a solid year right there. I mean, after having that thumb injury, saw him struggle a lot during that and then bounce back nicely. But he's a guy in the lineup that, to me, it's a big deal because this team does, you know, we talked about time and time again, the high strikeouts. He's that guy that you can count on that's going to put the ball in play and have good at-bats.
Up the middle, and Clement with the stop. Wow. Very casual throw over there to first base. And 2 down.
I know Massa doesn't run that great, but man, this was... There was no hurry at all from Ernie on that.
Well, we've noticed it throughout the series. I mean, Toronto, they are what they are. They're buried in the basement, but they play with almost no urgency.
No, it's been hard to watch, too, because it's hard. I mean, you're at the end of the year. You're sore. You're tired. You know you're out of it. Mentally, that's a tough thing to do. But there's little things that you can keep working on. All it takes is one little thing, offensively, defensively, that gets you going in the right direction. You play this game long enough, you realize that, and so you cannot take a play off. You got to just keep going at it because you never know what can click for 2025 for you.
There are also 162 games on the schedule. Fouled away here by Trevor Story. You know, there's a 99% chance the Red Sox season ends on Sunday. They are playing hard here down the stretch.
Yeah. And you have to. I mean, especially they got a lot of young guys here trying to show their worth, too. I mean, you know, a guy like Sogard in the lineup tonight, trying to show his worth, trying to, you know, be a part of this team in 2025. Those types of players, I mean, I think that's the hard part is the roster that they have right now. There's a lot of those in-between guys, kind of utility type roles slash, you know, when they're filled in as starters, they can hang, but you know, you only have a limited amount of guys that you can keep on a roster.
3-1 fouled off by Story. Had a big RBI double in the 10th inning last night, giving the Red Sox a 4-3 lead. He had a couple of doubles in the game.
Yeah, that big hit, you could tell like how excited he was and how emotional he was about that double he had. Speaking of playing all the way through, Trevor Story got through that rehab. I mean, he could have shut it down easily. You know, no one would even question if he didn't come back this year after his shoulder issue, but
so a full count here to Trevor Story.
That's what he's trying to work on. He's trying to work on getting those at-bats.
He's hitting 259 on the year. Hitting 278 since his return.
Just building upon it.
He's only played I think he's only played 21 games this year. I think he played 6 games in like the beginning of the year and was out for literally like the entire season until the beginning of September.
Rotation, bullpen. They get a lot of 2-out. I mean, there's been a lot of 2-out walks, which is pretty much led to why the Red Sox have won, you know, the first 2 games of this series are the amount of walks that they've taken and then capitalized with 2 outs, getting a couple rallies.
Sogard 269, looking for that first home run. And we'll take a strike. Gosman said in his last start when it was all over, he said that was a weird one against Texas because he was experiencing back spasms before the game, and then in the first inning, he didn't think he was going to be able to pitch.
He went 5.
He went 5 no-hit innings.
That
he was amazed.
It's amazing how this game is like that, too. There's days that you feel so good physically, mentally, and you have the worst game of your life. And there's other days that you feel like garbage. Like, you're like, I don't know if I'm just going to training room. Hopefully they can work on me. Next thing you know, you had a 4-for-4 game, or you go 8 innings in a start.
Poke foul. He retired 15 out of 16 batters. He actually took himself out of the game after 5. Game they won 4-0. He said, I left everything I could out there.
Yeah, one of the major issues with baseball players and backs and spasms, it's the different beds you're sleeping in. When you're going on the road, you know, even you're staying in these really nice hotels, some are soft, some are hard.
Swinging a drive down the right field line, but
That'll
he's
be
gonna
foul.
hook this baby foul.
So Nick Sogard,
It's a big
0-2.
deal. I mean, there was a time.
He's hitting 269 on the
I had
year.
a lot of those back spasms and issues when I played, and later had the herniated disc. But there was times that it was so soft that I was like, all right, I gotta rip the comforter off of here, like get all the sheets. I'm just gonna sleep on the ground. And there was times I would just sleep on the ground because I knew I was gonna have back spasms if I didn't.
Yep. I mean, depending on the bed, you know, I've been with ball clubs where they've switched hotels the next time they went to that city because of the bed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, we've switched hotels for many different reasons that I can't say on air.
Some of them are unprintable, but I remember one pitcher kept hitting his ankle against the side of the bed. It was a great big wooden thing. Everybody had him in their rooms. And just, he was clobbering his leg. It, you know, go up in the middle of the night, whatever.
Yeah.
The very next trip, we were staying in a different hotel.
And that'll be a base hit for Nick Sogard. So got 2 runners on base right now.
He stops there. So
Got runners on first and second.
Door here for Gosman, and he didn't want to open.
No. This has been their Achilles heel the past 2 games. The 2-out walks. There's nothing worse, OB, than to get up in the middle of the night in a hotel that you're not used to and you hit something and you go down.
And it borderline puts you on the IL. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but
I'm woken up I'm like, how am I bleeding? Oh, yeah.
You're right.
I hit my shit.
I was that bleeding. Got a walk, 2 on and 2 out. Red Sox trying to strike pretty quickly here against Gosman. Foul tip to the mid-strike
strike one.
Gosman's been a quality guy throughout his career. He finished 3rd.
Connor Wong's up, catcher,
last year.
hitting 283 on the year.
Not quite as good this year, but he is making his 31st start. He does post.
That'll be ball 1.
Yeah, it's the effectiveness of that split, right? That's one pitch, right? The split or a changeup. That, you know, anything with pitching, right? Like that's why I talk to my boys are starting to pitch. Like you don't need to throw a curveball slider till you're older. You got stronger hands. But if you develop a changeup, a really good one, it just opens up so many opportunities when you're on that mound. And the reason is the way you sell it, right? Out of hand. If it looks the same, coming out of hand, it's hard for hitters to pick it up. But it's such a big pitch because trying to figure out, do I stay back? And then you can get the heater by him.
Two and two. Story at second and Sogard on at first. At 283, 13 homers, and a 2-2.
And that's strike 3, so that'll end the inning.
Got it with that split you were talking about.
So we got 2 runners on there, but it's a still scoreless game as we head to the bottom of the second.
Get more for less with Nissan's epic offering of 6 2024 models starting under $30K. Like the award-winning Sentra, the best-selling Rogue, and the all-electric Leaf. All with available Safety Shield 360. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue Platinum.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Ready to have some fun?
Yeah, let's do it. This week, the Dallas Cowboys take on the New York Giants as Thursday Night Football is on. Stream Thursday Night Football on Prime.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. You find diamonds in the rust. You can put your own stamp on stock parts, turning metal into murals, and detailing every detail. Because it's the things you make that show what you're made of. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
All right, so here's the bottom of the second inning.
Let's take a look at Richard Fitt's pitching arsenal presented by Audi. He's got that 4-seam fastball, the slider, the sweeper, and then a little bit of that split he'll throw every once in a while. Averaging around 95 with that 4-seam. As you can see right there, the sweeper is the only pitch that's given a little bit of fits. See what I did there, Abby?
Yes, I heard that. Cut of a miss by Barger.
That'll be strike 2.
The Red Sox could use some length out of him tonight. They needed 7 relievers to cover 6 innings yesterday in that victory. Chris Martin has pitched 2 days in a row. Crack to the right side and back.
And that'll be out number 1.
And 1 away in second. So Alex Cora wound up using 8 pitchers and every position player last night. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, Mickey Gasper was at first base. You go from a 6'5" first baseman, Tristan Casas, to Mickey Gasper. It's a whole different target.
I didn't even know Mickey Gasper was still on the team.
Yeah.
Ernie Clement, the hitter, 263 with 11
Here's Ernie
home
Clement
runs.
hitting 263 on the year.
Elected not to bunt him.
689 OPS and 11 home runs.
And it was a pop-up that went uncaught. Red Sox were very close to losing that game anyway.
Yeah, and talking to some people within the Blue Jays, they said he's not a good bunter. And that was shocking to me because the type of player Ernie Clement is a really good defender, just scrappy, like the way he hits, too. Now the guy's been driving.
Routine fly ball to Abreu and right, and 2 down. Red Sox heading home tonight. And we'll enjoy a day off Thursday before the final homestand against the Tampa Bay Rays. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those games all on NESN at 7:10, 4:10, and 3:05. Everybody plays at the same time in Major League Baseball on Sunday at 3 o'clock.
It's a great rule unless you're trying to get home as a broadcaster.
That's right. It's a little late.
Yeah, missed that flight. The 1 o'clock's beautiful. Get on that night flight home, but gotta wait till the next morning.
One more extra night in Boston for you.
Look out.
Line drive and a leaping catch.
Ooh, there you go.
To retire the side.
So that'll retire the side. We head to the 3rd inning. Still scoreless. It's a great catch by Trevor Story to end that inning there.
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th. With exclusive savings just for Prime members, you'll feel like a big deal. Shop deals on electronics, fashion, and more this Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
From pep in their step to shine in their coats, when people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's just smarter,
I'm a
healthier
fat
pet
fucking
food.
pig, I'm a
It's
common
amazing.
fungus, I'm a disgruntled skunk, shoot shit out your butthole, I'm a marijuana plant, I can get you fucked up.
I need to take my daughter to school. Okay. Hey, but I want you to focus on both of the crazy. I don't want to work. I want to work from anywhere.
I don't want to be underestimated.
I want you to focus on growth over grades.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I'm positive.
I mean, I love that you're trying to help, but why this way?
Because there's a lot going on in the world, and this is how I can help. So, what do you think?
One life meets others, and those encounters lead to a new world. Someone out there is waiting for you.
Pizza's almost here. Here's Emmanuel Valdez.
Top three in Toronto, no score. Red Sox and the Blue Jays in the last game of the series. It goes Valdez, Duran, and Abreu against Gosman here in the third. Valdez was at third base and made the final play in extra innings last
That's
night.
strike one.
Win. He had only played 1 inning at third this year. Batting stats presented by your local New England Honda dealers. Another extra inning game for Boston. Red Sox played 20 of them.
Damn. Doesn't even feel like it,
Most
though.
in the major.
It really does not feel like it.
Win.
I mean, we did have those 2 straight.
And the interesting part about it, too, is it matches their record, too. They're 10-10 in those games.
And actually, it usually feels like they go to extra innings when I don't watch. Like I'll be at work and I'll check, and they're in the 10th.
So here's to that not happening tonight. Duran 0 for 1 with a pop to short.
I'll be fine with 20 innings.
And Abreu on deck.
I'll be right back.
High fly to right field, and Lucas backing up. He's on the track. Has room to make the catch. You had hopes on that one, but 2 down.
Yeah, just get up a little bit.
Abreu's 0 for 1 with a tapper to second. Red Sox playing their final home game, a road game here tonight before the last 3 at home.
So
they're 43.
Jared Duran was out number 2. I didn't see how, but
third best road record. It's been the home record.
Here's Willie Abreu.
That has been a huge puzzle. Red Sox just 37-41 at Fenway.
That's amazing. Fenway is big home field advantage for the Red Sox. Right, I mean, forever. It's the fan base, man. Energy.
It's been a while since that's been true.
Yeah, it's also a hard thing too, right? For a manager and coaching staff, you're like, what are we just doing wrong here? Like, how do we get these guys, to feed off that energy and to have these big games at home? But on the flip side, the road record, that's not easy to do either, to have a winning record. So, but when you're at the top of your division, you probably have a winning record both at home and road.
But a much, much better home record.
Correct.
Teams strive to be, 500 on the road, win 2 out of 3 at home, and you've got a really good ball game.
Yeah, that's the goal and the objective, right? I mean, just taking down every series at home and then battling on the road, especially the farther you go west.
The 3-1 on the way. A high twisting fly ball, pretty well hit. No Porfido's back though and under.
And that's out number 3, so that'll retire the side. We will head to the bottom of the 3rd inning in a game that is still scoreless, and it's going by pretty fast.
Ready, set, spark. With Rose Sparks, you get the active ingredient in Viagra, but faster. Why? Under-the-tongue dissolvables hit your bloodstream more quickly compared to pills, which means less waiting and more doing. Sparks also contain the active ingredient in Cialis for long-lasting results, so you can go an extra lap. With ingredients for fast results that last, there's Rose Sparks. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
Thanks to this waterfront hotel on Booking.com, even Yankees fans are loving Boston.
Oh, no, we're keeping tabs on our rivals.
With so many choices, you can be a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
This is how AG1 works to deliver foundational nutrition that tastes great too. Matching natural pineapple and vanilla flavors with nutrient density to start every morning right. Upgrade your daily habit today at drinkag1.com.
Experience Verilux XR Track, a progressive lens engineered with AI and powered by individual measurements of your visual behavior. A lens personalized to you by an Essilor expert optician. Verilux by Essilor.
There are two kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Still scoreless here at the Rogers Center as we welcome you back here, and that's kind of what Richard Fitz has done. Scoreless outings. We alluded to it off the top of the telecast about each of his first 3 starts being scoreless. First pitcher in the Red Sox long history to accomplish that. And I talked to Fitz about that. He said that's something I can hang my hat on for sure, but he's greedy. He said, I don't want to just go 5 innings. I want 6, 7, 8 innings. That's something I need to work on by getting ahead in counts. He said he was happy with the swing and miss from his last outing, the way his fastball played as well. He was happy with throwing the ball anywhere that he wanted to, having all his pitches be competitive ones, which he says kept hitters guessing. It seems to continue that here in these first 3 innings there, Obi.
We really enjoyed his Major League debut because his folks were there at Fenway Park. Jemai interviewed them, along with about 100 other people who had tickets in the Fitz Brigade. He had a lot of seats for that one.
A special moment.
Family coming up from Alabama. Big Auburn fans. He's an Auburn guy.
This Joey Lupafito, he loves to sit back and just, he's very steep. We saw him at Fenway Park too, and a lot of rollovers to the right side too. Let's see if Fitz goes away here.
Little up and 2-2.
Yeah, I like that pitch. Up and away, that's a hard pitch to get to when you are steep like that.
Porfido, the youngster, hitting .220, 4 home runs. It's pretty good power. The foul tipped that one into the mid and held for strike 3. First K tonight for Richard.
I love how he just went to the fastball up. When you get somebody that's leaning on their backside and they're swinging uphill, keep the ball elevated. It is so hard to get to that pitch. You got to be perfect. Good job by Fitz climbing the ladder and getting the strikeout.
Tyler Heineman, the switch hitting catcher. Late of the Red Sox organization will punch that one foul. The majority of the year with the Woo Sox playing 51 games. He's played over 100 major league games with Miami, the Giants, Toronto, Pittsburgh, and the Red Sox earlier this year. Toronto claimed him off waivers just a couple weeks ago. And the 0-1 right by him. So he just gets a piece of it to hang in there.
Yeah, Heineman too. He's the magician, right? I mean, he's got all the magic tricks in the clubhouse. It's a big deal to have a guy like that on your team. Keeps it loose.
About that a lot in spring training. Pretty good too. Originally selected by the Houston Astros in 2012. And now getting a look by Toronto here at the end of the season. 1 man away and a 1-2. And a pop-up. And a play for Valdez.
So that'll be out number 2.
And 2 down. Take a look at FanDuel's same game parlay. Can bet $5 and win $94.74. There's not been a lot of punch in this lineup for Toronto, so not a bad night for Fitz to pitch. If you're careful with Laddie.
Here's Jonathan Clase.
Yeah, Clase in his first at bat ripped a line drive to the right center gap. Brady cut it off, held the single, and that's been it for the Blue Jays.
He gets on. He's going to try and run all the way to the backstop. 2-0. So 79 bases last year in the minor leagues.
79. That's incredible.
Third most of all minor leaguers. Two guys who stole almost 100, including Chandler Simpson in Tampa Bay, 94.
Wait, did he have 100 this year? We gotta look that one up. There's somebody with the Tampa Bay Rays organization this year that had 100.
That's insane.
Take a look.
Guessing that's him. He had 94 last year.
Falls by 3-1.
And they always used to say, like, hey, just be careful. You don't want to steal too many bags. It's tough on your body. I don't think they were talking about 100. They're talking more like 40.
And in there for strike 2, and he had dropped the bat. Umpires don't like that. He actually just apologized.
Yeah, I mean, ooh, that ball fell off too. I think Tom Hanahan needs to apologize on that one, but
you're right.
Luckily for Fitzy.
And a payoff pitch. And that'll miss. That was just a strike a second ago.
Yeah, right.
So Clase will take a walk and look out here with Nathan Lucas coming up.
But you wonder if an umpire goes, oh man, that might have been a little off. Like second guesses, but they're committed to the strike, and then they go back and go, you know what, I can't give that one again.
Did you have guys who would apologize to you? When he came around the next time, say, well, I missed that one, sorry, you.
Yeah, they'd apologize if they missed it sometimes.
Story out, coming on. Duran wants to take command, and he's got it. One man.
All right, so that'll end the inning. We head to the 4th inning.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Get more for less with Nissan's epic offering of 6 2024 models starting under $30K. Like the award-winning Sentra, the best-selling Rogue, and the all-electric Leaf. All with available Safety Shield 360. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue Platinum.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Ready to have some fun?
Yeah, let's do it. This week, the Dallas Cowboys take on the New York Giants as Thursday Night Football is on. Indeed. Touchdown. It's Dak Prescott and the boys facing an old rival, the G-Men.
We're not getting this anywhere else.
Stream Thursday Night Football on Prime.
Only on Prime.
All day energy starts with clean hydration. Element. More electrolytes, 0 sugar. You feel the difference when you get it right. Stay salty.
Scoreless into the top half of the 4th inning in Toronto with the roof open at Rogers Center. Costas, O'Neill, Yoshida trying to get on the scoreboard against Gosman. Tristan struck out first inning 0 for 1. Sox have been making good contact here. It's a big reason they are 2-0. Tristan 12 home runs. And we'll look at a ball.
Yeah, that strikeout looking in the first. Red Sox now with 3 strikeouts. A lot of fly balls today on both teams. A lot of balls getting in the air. Not hit hard, but one's moving quickly, too. Beautiful night, though, weather-wise.
Just gorgeous. Finally. Bounder to first. Guerrero handled that chance and set down Casas one away.
That'll be out number 1.
Season ticket plans for the 2025 season are on sale now. Plans start at 10 and 20 games and offer the best seat locations, benefits, and price. For more information, visit redsox.com/season tickets.
O'Neill struck out in the second, 0 for 1. Trying to break an 0 for 21. Earlier this summer, he had a great home run series here. And that back has flared up a bit on him. Baltimore leading the Yankees 3-1 there in the third inning. Kansas City ahead of Washington 1-0 in the fifth. Seattle beat Houston earlier today 8-1.
Yeah, that could have been that Seattle-Houston game. Took Alex Bregman out in the middle of the game to get a standing ovation from Astro fans, because that could be his last time during the regular season playing a game.
Yeah, they've clinched the division, so they're going to host a wild card the Tuesday after the regular season ends on that Sunday.
You're going to be on that call.
Well, indeed, and right now it's looking like Detroit could very well be going there. They have a 3-1 lead on Tampa Bay in the fourth inning as we speak. Chopper foul.
Yeah, Tyler O'Neill's he's just getting around the ball a lot right now. Almost had that, I don't know if it hit him in the foot, but the foul ball. Sometimes when your back gets tight, you try to use too much energy, too much force behind the ball, and you get very rotational with the swing. He's already rotational a lot of ways and gets, those top spin. He even hits those top spin homers.
Both of these guys have been battling back issues. Gosman and O'Neill, you did in your career.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. The good thing here, though, now is the turf you got the dirt infield around the bases. It used to be those cutouts, and you're standing on that turf for 3.5 to 4 hours when we played. And every time after, your back got tight.
Just a little low at 90-71 in that one.
Wow.
He was not happy with that one. 3-2.
Yeah, he brought it right there.
Trying to punch out O'Neill for the second time tonight. Ground ball instead. Weekly hit. Clement up and over. Well, he is not a lot behind his throws, huh?
He just tries to get rid of it quick. Put it on point.
2 away. In front of Masataka Yoshida. And of course, on Sunday, not only the end of the regular season, but it's also the end of the line for the great Joe Castiglione, Red Sox Hall of Fame broadcaster for over 4 decades on radio. Will be saying goodbye on Sunday. Joe in July receiving the Ford C. Frick Award presented annually by the Baseball Hall of Fame for excellence in broadcasting. Inducted into the Red Sox Hall of Fame in 2014. The longest tenured broadcaster in Red Sox history. And a liner that's going to be down into the corner. Yoshida will reach. He's heading for second. Well, Perfido will fire back in at 2 bases for Massa with 2 down. The Red Sox have their second hit.
Yeah, again with 2 outs.
So Masataka Yoshida got a double there.
For the third game. That's just great execution of seeing that split, not trying to jump out and go get it. A lot of times hitters will see it and they're trying to go get it. He just stayed through it, stayed back on it, and just shot it the other way.
21 doubles for Massa. Boy, once that thumb healed up, totally different guy.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, when he went to me and said same, I'll never forget that one.
That's right. He said
he looked at me and goes,
you had done the same thing.
I was like, what? It was my first game back, like in maybe 3 weeks. He goes, same. I'm like, same? And then somebody was like, oh yeah, the thumb injury that you had. Mine was a little different. I had to have surgery. Mine ripped off the bone. Luckily, his stayed on. But it is not, I mean, it is a hard thing to do, is hit with that bad thumb.
High fly down the left field line, moving on over Clements. And a foul ground to retire the side. Red Sox waste the double here in the 4th inning.
All right, so that's going to bring us to the bottom of the 4th inning here in a game that's still scoreless.
When we get to the yard, we're ready to do big things. From the job site to the ballpark, we come together and gear up with pride, ready to perfect our craft and dare to be great. Strauss High Performance Workwear is proud to partner with Major League Baseball, celebrating the preparation and dedication it takes to safely get the job done. Because whether you're on the field or in the field, your gear is a source of pride. Strauss and Major League Baseball. Gear up, go yard.
T-Mobile is partnering with Major League Baseball to innovate the fan experience. From seamless stadium entry powered by T-Mobile 5G during All-Star Week to testing new balls and strikes technology, swing into the future with T-Mobile.
Lots of men have trouble performing their best in bed. For some guys, it's issues getting hard. For others, it's finishing too quickly. Either way, Hims can help. At 4hims.com, you can get clinically proven treatments from licensed medical providers, all from the comfort of home, with a 100% online process. And free discreet shipping. It's never been easier to get hard, stay hard, and last longer than ever. Get started today with a free online consultation at 4hims.com.
Red Sox and Blue Jays, no score. Richard Fitz getting their lineup for the 2nd time through. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr., first man, 0 for 1 with a tapper to second. He's hitting .382 since the All-Star break. So he has been cooking. More hard hit balls than any other hitter in the majors, 282.
We've seen a lot of those too. I mean, it just comes off the bat different.
In there, a strike. 1-2.
They got him on that sweeper in his first at bat to hit it up the middle to Valdez weakly.
Fly ball right center field deep. Racing back Duran all the way to the wall. Leaping up.
Ah.
Can't get it. It bounces back to Abreu. He's going to
That's going to be a double.
Slide the tag, and he's safe for the double.
That was close. I couldn't tell if Vladdy stumbled a little bit around first base. He just missed this. Kind of was looking at it a little bit, and I think he kind of realized, like, uh-oh, I better get going here. So he's kind of admiring it, and then all of a sudden he takes off. You better run with William Abreu in right field because he will throw you out in a heartbeat with that arm.
Here's Kirk, 0 for 1. He's flat out to right field. Give him 44 doubles. You're right, crack of the bat, he thought he had it. And Fitz home with a 1-0.
Yeah, that's one thing Fitz has done very well is he lives on the edges with his pitches and below the zone when he gets that split down there. It's just one thing that he does to also get these hitters off guard. I mean, he's throwing that four seam up and getting some fly balls and weaker contact, then utilizing the in-out.
Shot toward the gap. Duran on a run again. Can't reach it.
Great. Well,
Guerrero is in to score.
Vladimir Guerrero scores there on the base hit from the double from Alejandro Kirk. And it's now a 1-0 ball game.
unfortunately, that was the first run that Fitz has given up. Back-to-back doubles, as you said, OB. Both these two just
That's
finding
just
the right
so
spot
cute.
to drive the ball. Jared Duran, at first, I thought with his speed, you never know if he's going to get to a ball. Well, that was perfectly placed for Alejandro Kirk to get his double.
So Fitz allowing the first earned run of his major league career into his fourth start and his fourth inning.
Come here, puppy.
Yeah, you knew it was going to come at some point. But the key is when this happens is how he bounces back. He hasn't seen a run cross in 3 outings prior.
I was kind of hoping it wasn't happening, but one cut on a miss by Barger. He's 0 for 1. This guy has a tremendous arm. One of the top arms in all of baseball for a position player. His average throws about 96 miles an hour when he plays the infield. Here's the 0-2. So how does a guy like this not become a pitcher?
You can hit. You just keep hitting until you can't hit anymore. Then when you can't hit, you just get on that mound and just throw BBs. There's been a few of them.
Where you can be Shohei Ohtani.
I mean, Kenley.
Ground ball right side. Valdez on to first base and plenty of time down to third goes Kirk with one away.
I remember playing against Kenley in the WBC in 2009 when he was on Netherlands and he was the catcher.
Yeah.
And Jason Mott, another catcher, turned.
Jason Mott. That name sounds very familiar.
Kenley talked about that, the decision to become a pitcher and what it's meant in his life. Very emotionally about it, very eloquently about it. How it changed everything for him.
Yeah, I'd say so.
447 saves later. Clement 0 for 1. He's fly to right. Toronto jumping in front 1-0. Batting stats presented by FW Webb where the pros go. Infield has been drawn in. Toronto can make it out and bring in this second run. And a 1-1 to Clement. Clement, actually an excellent defender. We talked about his arm. He's pretty casual with his throws, but he's at 18 defensive runs saved between third base and shortstop. So he can pick it. And a base hit in the left field.
And there's another base hit, so that's going to make it a 2-0 game now.
Score. 2-0.
This ain't ending how I wanted it to. I wanted this game to be a win.
Well, he finally found that hole. He was struggling yesterday. A lot of ground balls to the left side, right at people. Right here, infield in. And he shoots that 5-6 hole to put the second run across for Toronto.
Looks like a young Aaron Boone, doesn't he?
A little bit.
Here's Jimenez, 0 for 1. His line is short. He'll loop that one toward right center field. Abreu on a charge. Won't get there. He's going to drop back. Runner trying to get back. And he got him at second. Abreu very alertly fired into second base. Clement maybe thinking that ball was going to be caught. He held up.
That is so hard as a teammate.
And 2 down.
I don't know what he was doing here, because anytime an outfielder throws that arm up like that, no outfielder throws his arm up unless he's deking coming in that hard. Those just, I mean, as a coach, as a manager, those kill you right there.
Loperfido will take a pitch downstairs, and well, a lot of this stuff has been happening with the Blue Jays while the Red Sox have been here.
Yeah.
You know, missed pop-ups and base running mistakes and some real head scratchers here.
the hard part is when you watch the product on the field right now, and granted, you know, Bichette's out, Barshow's out, so there's some guys that aren't supposed to be here playing, but it doesn't make you feel good about what's behind and coming up. All you really want is to see guys playing the game the right way and figuring it out at the major league level. There's been a lot of mistakes.
Springer out of the lineup, and that's just for tonight. He's not hurt. You mentioned Varsho had a spectacular defensive year, out with shoulder surgery. And we talked about Bichette with the broken finger done for the year. So key guys out.
Yeah, but after that, though, if you dissect this team, they have a lot of things they need to improve on.
Well, they sure do, based on this series. 3-2. Been the longest inning for Fitz by a mile. He's allowed 3 hits, 2 runs. Runner on at first, 2 away, and a 3-2 pitch. Runner goes, and that's in there for strike 3. But Toronto gets the first 2.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
As a new mom of 2, I'm so glad that I found the world's first
Shut the
3-in-1
fuck up.
child shield by Energizer. It's the only coin lithium battery with 3 safety features designed to keep our kids safe.
There wouldn't be an hour in the day that I wouldn't think about my hair thinning.
It hid under my hat for a good 3 years.
I experienced many challenges with prescribed medication.
Losing your sex drive feels very shameful.
My dermatologist recommended Nutrafol.
It's 100% drug-free and clinically tested.
Within 3 months, there was new growth.
My hair was stronger, and I don't have to choose between my health or my hair.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com/men.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Make your first move with battery power made by steel. Find battery tools in the AK homeowner system starting at $199.99. Real steel. Find yours.
Back here in the 6th, Blue Jays on top 2-0. Inning 5 presented by Salem 5 Bank. Guys, Von Grissom giving a blow tonight, at least for now, but the expectation is he will continue to play quite a bit down the stretch. We talked with him yesterday about how meaningful that is. He said it's huge because of all the time that he missed. Told us that the confidence he feels right now is a big part of his approach to these games. Felt like he was searching that first time around. Now he feels like, he says, he can play with anyone.
Well, last night, his best game as a member of the Red Sox as Sogard flies one to center. Niku is single first time up, makes the first out in the 5th inning. But Grissom last night 3 hits, stolen base, an RBI, a walk and a run.
Yeah, great night from him, right? I mean, it was fun to watch him finally just get out there, drive some baseballs, almost got the homer. That's a big deal for him, is just trying to gain that confidence to try to compete for that second base job in 2025.
And feeling like he's part of the team.
Yeah.
Which has not been the case most of the year. Is Connor Wong 0 for 1 with a K. So 2-0 Toronto. Valdez on deck.
I'm sad now.
Kansas City has jumped in front of Washington 3-0 6th inning. Baltimore leading the Yankees 5-1. Yankees are trying to clinch the East. Need one more win to do that. And the 0-2 to the Sox catcher. They'll wrap that to third, backhanded by Barger. Showing off that arm. Well, that's a sight to behold, huh?
It's so fun to watch.
He has an absolute cannon. You saw Vladdy take off the glove to shake the hand.
Yeah, I mean, he goes that side. Most guys can't plant right there. They're getting rid of that ball, throwing it off the turf. He can go to that plant and just back foot it with an absolute missile. I am so jealous of that arm.
That one was only about 90.
Do you know how many plays I would have made it there?
Valdez with a high fly. Lucas underneath now backing up. And the Red Sox were not up very long. 1-2-3 again.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Get more for less with Nissan's epic offering of 6 2024 models starting under $30K. Like the award-winning Sentra, the best-selling Rogue, and the all-electric Leaf. All with available Safety Shield 360. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue Platinum.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Good morning. I want to engage the team.
I want us to think really big on this one, guys.
I want to close this deal. I love it.
Right?
What? Perfect right there.
Right? I'm obsessed.
You got it, yes, yes.
Love your work.
Thank you.
Sweat isn't sweet. It's salty. Element. More electrolytes, 0 sugar. You feel the difference when you get it right. Stay salty.
Halfway through, 2-0 Toronto, and the Blue Jays batting with Heineman, and then Clase and then Lucas. They got a pair of runs on 3 hits last inning to take the lead.
We'll go on a limb and say Tyler Heineman is the only person in the major leagues coming out to Stevie Nicks when he comes up to hit.
Yeah, I like it a lot. A lot.
I wish we had Obi on camera when he said that.
It's about
He's
time.
glowing.
Come on now. Stevie Nicks, man. It's my kind of music.
Man, I've never seen you that happy. That look you gave me the eye.
No, it's terrific.
It's good.
Classy kid, Heineman. I'm very familiar with Richard Fitz. He caught him at the minor leagues.
Now I just know if I need to get OB excited. Hey, did you hear about the Stevie Nicks?
You know what to get me for Christmas, buddy. Stevie Nicks tickets. Fleetwood Mac's made a dramatic comeback here in recent years, haven't he?
For real?
He really has, yeah.
Yeah, the kids have really gotten into it.
Oh, I thought you meant like they made a comeback, like they're going to make new albums.
No. It's still the old stuff, which is the great old stuff.
You know, social media has brought back a lot of music. It's so funny watching like young kids like Nirvana. They were wearing Nirvana shirts. You're like, hey, name a song. And they're like, I don't know a song. I like the shirt.
3-2 upstairs for ball 4.
You know what, OB, you does have a point about that, because I'd be the first to tell you I had no idea about any Fleetwood Mac songs or Stevie Nicks, but it's because of social media. A really popular video was done about a year ago, where a guy was just having the time of his life, skateboarding down the street late for work when his car broke down.
That's right.
That's how I got into that song, so I'm with it now.
He had the cranberry juice, too.
Yeah.
Ocean spray.
So
I love that guy.
Bunt here, Sogard will watch that one roll foul. After Heineman had just taken ball 4, Class A trying to drop down a bunt. So all of a sudden tonight, unlike last night when they really needed one, the Blue Jays are pretty bunt happy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
they've been going out there early, cranking up that machine, working on bunting. I think it's something that you have to talk about. You know, when you talk about like a team and you look at your lineup, and Alex Cora does this too, you have to cater to what your lineup is made up of, right? You have to offensively, you can't rely on them to hit home runs if you don't have a bunch of boppers in the lineup. So you got to find a way, you know, whether it be the walk, whether it be laying down a bunt, moving guys over. Some offenses don't have that capability of going deep.
No bunt here. He'll take a ball. 1-1.
I think the way infielders are playing, like third basemen are playing deeper than ever, shortstop, second base. I get it, guys are throwing harder and stuff like that, but if you're that type of player, you know, you lay down a bunch of bunts throughout a month, you're going to help out your team a lot.
No one has to go crazy with it. Nobody likes to give away outs, right?
No, but if you do it once a week, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's 20-some bunts a year, right? Listen, I wasn't a bunter. I failed my only attempt. I'm telling you, Ron Ventura had me bunt in Chicago. I failed. So to say how to do it right, I'm not the guy. But play with a bunch of guys that did it well.
And if you can run a little bit and you can handle the bat a little bit, why not once in a while? If you're not a bopper,
yeah,
and you're a guy who can hit home runs, drive the ball, drive in runs, that's your job. That's what you're supposed to. It's what you're paid to do. But not everyone does it.
I thought I was paid to look good in uniform, Moby.
I think that goes without saying. I have to mention that. 1-2. Loop toward left field, racing out. Sogard, O'Neill coming on. It's going to drop. He got some leather on it, but that's all. And a base hit for Class A. They're on at first and second.
Right off the bat, you kind of knew this was in no man's land, a little bit of trouble. Sogard doing a good job of trying to go back on it. This is really tough because it's over your head and you're looking up, and especially with that roof's open like that, not easy here.
Yeah, the only time in the series that roof's been open.
Yeah, a lot of times you're just throwing your glove, like you're just blindly just throwing your glove out there and hopefully it goes in it.
Lucas with a sac bunt, a fly out.
Let's see if he bunts again.
Drop, but a strike.
You get cross up there? See how Connor looks out at Fitz? Like,
it was weird. But, you know, you're using pitch comp.
I think what happened was he thought that ball was going to have a little more carry.
Yeah.
You know, and it didn't. It kind of just stayed flat in the zone.
Leading at first and second. Now a bunt. Sogard in on it. That was perfect. Runners advance to second and third. So Lucas is the guy who bunts for them.
Yeah, he's doing a good job trying to show off what he can do for this team to try to help out. You know, right here it's probably going to be Vladdy getting intentionally walked.
Vladdy almost homered back in the fourth inning. He thought, oh, yeah, they're going to go on.
They're going to go at him. I thought EC was holding up his hand. He was motioning for something else.
Now Bailey's coming out. Weissert is up in the pen.
I feel like it's like automatic when Vladdy comes up in this situation. You got a base open. You're like, you know what, Kirk, you know, he's been swinging the bat, getting the hits, but it's like a 1 for 4. You know, it's not like a 3 for 5 and 2 for 4s. I'm gonna take my chances with Alejandro Kirk over Vladimir Guerrero any day of the week. But this could also be a talking point of, hey, We're going to pitch around him here. Maybe he gets outside the zone, get some weak contact.
Vladdy has played 12 games against the Red Sox this year. He has 12 RBIs, hitting .327. So Bailey back to the dugout. A walk, a single, a sacrifice bunt. And now Fitz trying to hold against one of the best hitters in baseball. Missed that one by a mile.
I think it was about a foot off the plate, too. It's a good job, though. You know, I don't know if they're trying to pitch around there and trying to get those bad swings like that and get him overly aggressive.
Popped him up, mile high into right. Casas back along with Valdez and bring you in. Tristan will take it, and the runners get back as the throw comes home. 2 down.
Worked out.
So that'll bring up the red-hot Alejandro Kirk. Doubled in a run in the 4th inning. And a guy can be very tough to strike out. 2 men in scoring position here for Toronto. And strike 1. Fitz finally allowing a couple of earned runs in the 4th inning. First earned runs he's given up in his very brief major league career. But into his 4th start, finally. And it is 0-2.
Yeah, sweeper's been a good pitch for him. Yeah, you looked at the numbers, high batting average against it, but today it's been a good pitch that got Vladdy swinging way off that pitch and then got him to pop up. So such a small sample size too. You know, only 3 starts so the numbers can look a little worse than they are. Just gotta make sure the hitter is looking at him before he goes in to the stretch.
Heineman and Clase get their leads at 3rd and 2nd. And the 0-2 pitch. Shot out to right field, deep to the corner. That was sailing. That ball was off the wall.
Well, it's still going to score 2 runs. Fucking great. Great way to end the season, y'all.
And he is out. He is cut down, but both runs did cross home plate, and it's 4-0 Toronto.
If you know luxury, it's not just a word, it's rewarding. Sattva Mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Sattva to friends and family. Sattva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
To celebrate Roberto Clemente Day presented by Capital One, we are excited to share the NL Central nominees for the 2024 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One.
Everything he has done off the field makes me so much more proud, more than any accomplishment on the field.
Strike 3 called. David Bednar puts out the fire. Out of here. Patrick Wisdom.
It's just nice to spread awareness. It's so cool to be on this platform and to do this kind of thing.
You know that this one felt great for Paul Goldschmidt.
He shows up every day, he gives you everything he's got.
Struck him out. Peralta just carving them up right now.
He is absolutely feeling it tonight.
Struck him out. Well, how fitting to have a hometown guy to close out.
Vote now for the 2024 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One and be entered for a chance to win 2 World Series tickets. Visit MLBtogether.com/Clemente21 for your chance to win.
We take a look at who's been cool as a cucumber, presented by Grillo's Pickles. Find us chilling in the refrigerated section. Extra base hits in the big leagues with Shohei, 95, Judge 93, Bobby Witt Jr., followed by Duran, and now Ramirez just going. He's up to 77 with Cleveland. Duran in spectacular company. He'll float that one down the line. Loperfido giving chase, and that's a fair ball. He's going to pick up another one here. He's got himself a double to lead off the 6th inning with the Red Sox down 4-0. We were just talking about it.
Yeah, well needed right here. After that double from Kirk, just goes inside outs this. Ball's right down the middle. With the bat path and how it travels, gets that ball to fall in.
And number 48 with a fan club of 2 here in Toronto. 48 doubles.
Incredible season from Jarren Duran.
188 hits.
You can pull that off, right? 12 hits?
Get real hot?
Yeah.
Real hot.
Yeah, just gets one more at bat here, gets a knock, and then you got 3 games. You're good.
Abreu 0 for 2. Talking about a run at 200, but Vladdy's going to get there. It would certainly appear. He is 196. That's elite company.
Yeah, 200 hits in a season. That's tough to do.
Also has 30 home runs.
It's not bad, right? High average, power.
And that'll be ball 4.
Go.
Red Sox with a couple of men on here, trying to jump back in the game. And
We get our first grand slam of the year. Get another runner on, then get a grand slam.
3-0, and then tied at 3-3.
Love to see that.
Friday at 5:30. Don't miss the Ford F-Series.
We're the only team without one.
Fenway, as TC goes one-on-one with Alex Cora.
Which is always good stuff. Galax enjoys that back and forth with TC very much. And always very, very informative. Casas is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. Chance to do some damage here.
Wow.
Heineman's going to walk it back out.
I mean, that, I don't know what happened there, but that pitch was right there. In the K zone. Cross him up or something here, maybe? I know Heineman caught it bad, but I think a lot of the K zone. That had to be off the way he caught the ball.
Gosman faced the Sox for the 2nd time this season. Beat the Sox earlier this summer 9-4. Two and 0.
Yeah, he's a guy that goes. He'll go 100 plus with his pitches. So you might think, oh, they might be getting somebody loose because it was the last start, but that was more for the back issue. He'll throw 100.
Downstairs for ball 3. Casas is in a very good zone where you have to throw him strikes. He's been drawing a lot of walks. O'Neill on deck. Gosman trying to get back into count.
That's one spot that he has been calling, is right there at the bottom of the zone. This has been a strike for most of the day.
Gosman 73 pitches, and you're right, 13 times this year he's thrown over 100. He does have a 4-0 lead.
So here's the 3-1 count.
And the 3-1. And a line drive base hit into right field. Durant at a third.
So that's going to score a run. There you go.
The Red Sox are on the board.
So Jaron Durant scores a run there.
30th RBI.
That makes it a 4-1 ball game.
A lot of really, really good at-bats lately. And Durant scores his 109th run on the year.
Yeah, Durant held up on this too, on the line drive. Kind of just stopped a little bit, froze, went back. And Lucas, he took a couple extra steps, but you're not going to get that speed.
He can hold up and have a sandwich and then continue the rest of the way with his wheels. And Casas 1 for 3. Red Sox trying to chip away down 4-1 in the 6th inning. Big mound meeting. Broken up by Tom Hanahan.
Yeah, the walk to Abreu was the killer. And that's one right there where Abreu had, he's had a couple games here and there where he swung the bat well, but he's been kind of cold the past few weeks, so not going at him there. Now you're just left with nobody out, first and second. One swing away from a tie ball game.
And we'll see if Tyler O'Neill can get into one. He has struck out and grounded out. 2-1, nobody out.
You usually see Tyler O'Neill jumping ship right there on the fastball. He's ready to hit. When you're in the 0 for 20 plus, there's a lot of things going through your head.
0 for his last 22. And 1 for his last 31.
It's funny too, because everything you think of is you're like, hey, maybe he's thinking first pitch, he's gonna throw me a splitter. I don't want to roll over this thing. Then you get a fastball down the middle. Then he's like, all right, he's gonna go to the splitter, another When you're 0 for 20, that's what happens. Everything's backwards.
Liner and
that's going to be
running and a rundown.
a double play.
And is going to be tagged out.
So that was a weird double play, not one that I've really seen many times, but it was a double play. So now we are at 2 outs. Wait, what?
Nothing you can do.
Am I tripping? Is that only 1 out?
You see the ball bounce, you're done. You got no chance.
I could have sworn that.
In the air.
The fuck am I seeing wrong? Okay, yeah, okay. The scoreboard showed only 1 out, and I was like, what the fuck?
Masataka with a double and a ground out. He's got 1 for 2. O'Neill becomes the runner at first base.
That was a weird glitch on the scoreboard.
And Gosmo with the 1-0.
We've seen some wild plays here in this series too. We had the 5-2-3 put out with the runner on third going contact. It was Ernie Clement too at third base. He threw it wild. Alondra Kirk scooped it up, threw out at first base. And then now you just had that one, so just wild. 6-4-5.
Seen some very, very interesting plays in this series. Not all of them I would recommend for the viewing of young baseball players.
I'll tell you what, though, that's the beauty of baseball. Every night there's something that you might see that you've never seen before. And I'm talking about people that have been around the game for 40 years.
Right. 2 down, a 2-1. Chicago White Sox are refusing to lose for the 121st time. Won yesterday. Ground ball at third, Barger. And a second. Wow. And they do get the out.
All right.
Hold on. Delayed call, too.
They might challenge it.
It'll be on number 3, but let's see. Did he get the bag of time?
No, they're challenging it. They're challenging it.
He missed it. he missed it initially and then got the second foot in, but O'Neill was on it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he got that's safe.
This
That's
is
safe.
really close.
No, that's going to be a good challenge because that is going to be overturned.
Who got there first?
Yeah, that was safe.
Yeah.
That's safe, yeah.
He got there. I mean, this is some weird baseball we've seen in the movie.
Looks like he beat it. Looks like O'Neill should be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ernie Clement just got handcuffed on this throw.
So the Red Sox should still be alive in this inning.
Yeah. Safe. I'm not sure why Addison Barger with his arm went to second base on that ball too. The ball's right at him. That's an easy play to first base with Yoshida as well.
Nice. All right.
So the Red Sox win that challenge.
That's just a bad play from you're going to a shortstop on the run versus a first baseman just sitting there. That's an easy play, especially with that arm to go across the diamond. It's different if you're going to second baseman and he's
What's
coming
up,
in.
Jaden?
That's a
How
tough
are you
play for a
doing?
Shortstop on that angle.
So Sox still in business here, trailing 4-1.
So Trevor Story's up.
He was drawing a walk and popped up. O'Neill at second, Yoshida at first.
So that's not an error.
That is not
You're
an
pumping it? It's good to hear.
Well, the Red Sox benefit. Story looking to pick up his 11th run this season, his 11th RBI. Poke foul. Then the long inning for Gosman. He thought he was out of it a moment ago.
Yeah, I mean, that was got the easy ground ball.
That's
out
Aura,
right there.
unban Malachi.
Kind of a mental lapse there. You kind of also know that.
Honestly, that is honestly a good point, Jaden.
Like a shift going.
That is a good point.
Automatically
Like,
first base. You got to tell yourself that as a third baseman. Kind of similar to that play we were talking about with Ernie Clement. Or no, it wasn't Clement over there, but. Yeah, no, it was. When he tried to turn the double play on the one night.
but also, I don't want to be like bullied into
little
doing
things
it.
You got to tell yourself before the play. You got to look.
That's
out
the
there and
thing.
realize if it
Is
takes
it's
me,
like
where
I
am
want,
going with the ball?
like I it is a good point, but I also don't want to be like coerced into
Chose
unbanning
to
him.
go to second base instead of getting the out at home on the contact. And it was a bad play because when you're a third baseman, it has to be hit at you or to your left to turn the double play. You got to tell yourself that right away.
The run scored.
And the run scored on it. Because they couldn't get the double play turn.
That's right. He did get the out of first base. But
See, the thing is, though, even if I unban him, he probably doesn't even know that he's unbanned. So, like, he probably just still won't do anything.
Game, actually. 2 foul away.
I think that's one of the problems, though. Like what we're seeing a lot in college, on like the cards are great. Because
Okay,
once you
Jaden.
play plays, guys with 2 strikes, but you also have to have guys know what they're doing. Like they need to be their best coaches, and then the information allows them to be even better out there. Sometimes they rely too much on the information.
3-2. Pitch count piling up here for Gosman this inning. It started with the Durant double. He has since scored on the base hit by Casas. Sogard waiting on deck. And a 3-2. And he's going to walk him, and that's going to load up the bases.
Bases are
So
loaded.
all filled up for Sogard.
Red Sox have not hit a grand slam this year.
Absolutely bizarre. Red Sox are grateful.
Here, if the Red Sox hit a grand slam right here, I'll unban Malachi.
Sogard with a base hit and flat.
The Red Sox hit a grand slam right here, I will unban Malachi.
And a man at every base. 24 and counting in this inning. He's up to 89.
I'm surprised they haven't had a mound.
Yeah, I have bloody nose pumping monster
Little
jam.
dribbler, but a foul ball. Heineman lunged for it in foul territory. 0-1. O'Neill at third. Yoshida at second. Story at first. Sox looking for that big hit. They had a couple of them last night. And a high fly down the left field line, but foul. And it is quickly 0-2. Last night a big hot dog night. Looney dog night. Not tonight. Thank goodness.
Come on, Nick.
You ain't lying. 0-2. Fouled away. What did you polish off? You said 7? Was it 7 was your number?
I wish I could have. I think I had 1.5. We gave him up. We gave him up to the crew. We want to make sure everyone got some hot dogs.
We're just not kids anymore. When we could eat 9 or 10.
I still can't believe you ate 9.
9.
Still remember it.
I'm not saying they all stayed down. I'm just saying I had 9 at Little League. Bases jammed and the 0-2. Fly ball, right field. He pulled it. Lucas on the run. Still on the move. He'll get there.
That's going to be out number 3, so no unbanning for Malachi. But I do want to actually see how I would do that, because I'm not even entirely sure how I would do that.
We love this house. It really has it all.
Yeah, but our neighbor is a little opinionated.
Next on Golf Day.
Steer-Rank 1!
Think it'll make me a big salad.
Steer-Rank 2!
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our home and car insurance.
Strike 3!
What are you talking about? That's a cute shirt. You need glasses, pal.
That's it. You're out of here.
For bundling made easy, get more with Geico.
I have 2 Malachi accounts banned. I have 3 Malachi accounts banned. Here, I'll unban the other 2 that are not his current account. How about that? I have 4 of them banned! Jesus fucking Christ! I have 5! I have 5 Malachi accounts that are banned. 6! I have oh my god. And then there's Thomas Coat. I unbanned all the other ones except for the pink one.
$5. Legendary.
These deals?
I unbanned all the other Malachis except for the pink one. No, Samuel Coat was never banned.
Time to buy4now.com call to the bullpen. So Richard Fitt's night is over. And Winkowski to make an appearance here. Red Sox could use a little length out of him too. Fitt's going 4 runs on 6 hits. And the Red Sox just loaded the bases but could score only 1 run. So 4-1 Toronto here in the bottom of the 6th. And Barger lead it off over 2. Jimenez after him. Toronto trying to snap the 4-game losing skid.
So I had a total of 7 Malachi accounts banned.
Win their 5th in a row.
I unbanned 6 of them, the other 6 besides the pink Malachi.
And 1-1.
Yeah, guessing how many relievers were used yesterday, they're going to try to use Winkowski for as many innings as possible tonight.
Red Sox with an off day tomorrow, their last of the season. Final 2 games of a crucial series between the Mets and the Braves postponed today because of heavy rains ahead of the hurricane in Atlanta. And now a wild card race that seemed headed to the final day of the regular season may require an extra day.
If I'm off Monday, I think I'm gonna watch both of
He
those,
swung the bat,
like
and
that
he's done.
doubleheader for the Mets and the Braves.
Barger
If I'm off Monday, and that would be one stream since it's a traditional doubleheader.
It looked like the cutter right there. Did he go? Did he go, Obi?
I think he did.
Yeah. You gotta say. You gotta say yes or no. After I say.
They'll do it again.
We ruined it. We ruined it. I mean,
Next
we're
time.
usually on cue together here, but you know, like, I'll get you on the next one.
I think by this late in the season. Clement 1 for 2 with an RBI single. So the Mets and the Braves to play a doubleheader. Regular season was set to end, of course, on Sunday, but the Mets are now scheduled to return to Atlanta on Monday for a pair of games 40 minutes apart that could determine who heads to the playoffs.
That's awful.
New York playing 3 games in Milwaukee.
Oh, that is the closest I'm going to get.
Right over our heads. And the Braves have a weekend series against Kansas City. Which could also have big-time postseason implications.
Yeah, not the way Minnesota's playing. They're down 3-2 to Miami. Man, they have thrown it. I mean, they have thrown it away.
A swing and a miss. Down he goes. Strike 3.
Yeah, and just getting ready to talk about Wink, and you know, one thing about his strikeout percentage is down this year, the 9th percentile for strikeout percentage, but back-to-back Ks right here, looking good. That's what, when his cutter is going good, it's got that vertical depth down. It is a nasty pitch, and that's why he has a ground ball percentage in the 90th percentile, because he just has that extra little drop on that cutter, because you think it's going to stay more horizontal. It just drops down below that barrel.
Jimenez 0 for 2, 4-1. Toronto in the 6th. Nothing at 2.
They're like, can be nothing better as a pitcher than to see horrible swings. You know, the confidence levels that come from that are, you're like, man, they're just not seeing my pitches.
Base is empty. Royals trying to shut out Washington. That's 3-0, 8th inning, Kansas City. Baltimore 8-3 on the Yankees in the 5th. Tigers lead Tampa Bay 5-1 in the 7th.
So if that score holds up with Kansas City, it's a must win.
Indeed. That is all you need to know. 2-2. And a play for Trevor Story, up and over. And they go fast here in the 6th inning.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Get more for less with Nissan's epic offering of 6 2024 models starting under $30K. Like the award-winning Sentra, the best on the road, and the all-electric Leaf. All with available Safety Shield 360. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue Platinum.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It's your job to stock the city. Restaurants and rooftops, bars and basements. Every corner store. And when it gets tough, you stay driven. give it all you got, going non-stop, 20 stops. Because at the end of the day, every single round is on you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
FWF for plumbing, heating, and more. Go where the pros go. Visit FWF.com for a location near you. Brendan Little coming out of the bullpen here on in relief for Gosman. A really labored last inning. Although the Red Sox left the bases loaded after he allowed one run. 48th appearance for the left-hander. Connor Wong, first man in. And the 7th.
They got the sinker, the curveball, and the cutter. Relies more on that sinker, about 57% of the time.
Connor struck out and grounded out. Then Valdez and then Duran, who has scored the only Red Sox run tonight. Well, it was in the 7th inning. Red Sox began their rally last night in a base hit. Long pulling a single into left field. They were down by 3 runs last night and rallied to win. And they pulled it off a second night in a row. And now Vaughn Grissom has a bat. He's going to use it right here, hitting for Valdez.
Vaughn Grissom is hitting.
Who was 0 for 2. Coming off a 3-hit game with an RBI and a stolen base.
Well, you know, once it starts going left-right matchups, Alex Cora is not scared. Most pinch hits in the league. We saw that last night. He used everybody.
Bounder right back to the pitcher. Little into second, one on the first, double play. Started by the lefty, 2 gone.
Yeah, Little just went sinker first pitch away. Could have just let that ball go. The ball was perfectly right to second base, but picks it up. Completes the 1-6-3. Or 1-4-3, should I say.
Duran a double and a run in the 6th inning. His 48th double. And his 83rd extra base hit for the season. But nobody aboard and 2 down in the 7th.
I think the amount of lefties, though, that the Red Sox have, right? I think that's, one thing that we talk about. It's going to be interesting to see this offseason, too, how it plays out. Because Tyler O'Neill being a free agent, Rob Refsnyder, we don't know what he's going to do. 2 guys that helped out from the right-hand side of the box. But that's something they're going to probably have to address. You got Grissom, who could maybe, be penciled in at second base, start the year. But other than that, though, you got to fill that need of getting more right-handed bats.
Into no man's land. Here's the flip man. Not going to get it. Not in a million years.
It's amazing.
Guerrero tried that sideways flip, but no chance there. And Duran has his 2nd hit.
You could not hit this any better if you're Jared Duran with your speed. I mean, Little, too. I mean, he tried to make a great effort on that. And as a first baseman, all you do is try to charge this and hope he's covering at the right spot, because it's such a tough angle to get it there.
Romy Gonzalez will hit now for Abreu to get another right-hand bat up there. 2 down, a man on.
11 more.
That's
the
right.
Count's on.
He's hit 189. You're putting a lot of pressure on him to get 200 hits.
Hey, no, I got faith. I mean, look. If anyone that I know that can get 11 hits in 3 games, and he might get another one here, it's Jared Duran. He has the ability with that speed. put up some serious numbers.
Should get another rip tonight. Romy scored a big run in the 8th inning last night. Some excellent first to third base running, too.
It'd be interesting with him, Romy, too, as well. I mean, he's another guy that could compete for that second base job. He's shown that, I mean, he is a tough out in this lineup.
1-1 right through it.
You got David, like I said, too, you got David Hamilton, too, has been hurt. So, a lot of different options here on this team.
Tell you what, their speed is pretty similar, too.
Yeah.
Hamilton and Gonzalez. Romy
can get after it as well. He just has that, you know, he's got a pop. You know, we saw a little bit of that from David Hamilton early. He's hitting a bunch of home runs and kind of went down a little bit. Wasn't driving the ball as much, but getting on base and stealing those bases.
Duran holding, and he held up. 2-2.
Facing a guy like Brandon Little too, he's got that sinker and the way he kind of tucks that shoulder in. And Romy's good at this too. You got to think, let that ball get deep and shoot it to the right side.
A gigantic hole over there. Jimenez, second baseman, shaded way toward the bag.
Yeah, the hard part is like that right there, where Little busts you in with that kind of a chaser. It's kind of like a dart. Anytime the lefty comes in.
Romy Gonzalez is in to hit for Willie Abreu, by the way.
Get anything out over the slap it the other way.
Swing and a miss. And knuckle curve gets him. Red Sox will strand a base runner.
Let me guess. You're one of those underdog guys. Everyone loves an underdog. I'm taking him straight up on ESPN Bet tonight. How you gonna bet against a superstar quarterback? Superstar. Always with the superstar. I gotta find me a new dog. We'll see you tomorrow.
Choosing between my hair and sex drive? Not anymore. Support visibly thicker, fuller hair with 100% drug-free hair growth supplements.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com/men.
Defensive changes for the Sox in the bottom of the 7th inning. Romy goes in the game, or stays in the game to play left field. It'll be O'Neill over in right with Duran in center and Grissom at second base. As the Sox trail 4-1.
So yeah, Vaughn Grissom and Romy Gonzalez have came into the game. Josh Winkowski is the pitcher.
Oprofito has failed.
He pitched last inning too, so.
And Heineman and then Clase. Toronto playing a lot of their youngsters here in the final days. Sox took the first couple. Down by 3, getting late here. And he punches a base hit.
Here's a base hit.
Oprofito 1 for 3. He's on to begin the 7th.
Friday, the Red Sox host the Tampa Bay Rays at Fenway. Don't miss the action starting at 7 only on Nestle. Presented by your New England GMC dealers.
Or Stevie Nicks with Heineman up there.
I think he did it just for you, Obi.
Might have. They'll rocket that one foul. The Sogard expecting a bunt. Drawn in at third. Heineman walked in and scored a run in the 5th inning. Part of their uprising where they got a couple. They also did that in the 4th inning. They had only scored 11 runs in their previous 5, losing them all. One and one. Red Sox heading home to take on Tampa Bay the last 3. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Red Sox saluting the great Joe Castiglione on Sunday. Little looper into foul ground, but that'll go foul and into the dugout.
That'll be an emotional day for a lot of people around the park, because there's not a nicer guy that you get to see every day than Joe Castiglione at the field.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
For 40-plus years.
Incredible run.
Yeah, happy retirement to Joe Castiglione, the Red Sox radio broadcaster for 40 years. Is just I think last week announced his retirement, and
as well on Sunday.
So Sunday will be his final broadcast.
Catch a little of Joe Castig. Dear friend.
Yeah, maybe we can switch to
friend to everybody who roots for the Red Sox. 1-2 pitch.
we could switch the audio to the radio feed for the rest of this inning.
Off again, long at bat here. It stays 1 and 2.
You know, the way I look at established relievers is, they'll go out there for 3 or 4 weeks and maybe not be themselves.
Here's the radio broadcast. So listen to this for the rest of the 7th inning.
Whereas sometimes you find young arms in the bullpen who struggle to find it consistently, maybe look great for a month.
1-2 is down and hit a cutter.
And then fall off. Yeah. For a couple of months, you say, well, yeah, there's some inexperience there. This is, high leverage, not just the physical toll, but the mental toll, late in the season.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Actually, I don't even think he's on this one. Yeah, no, he's not even on this one because he only does the home games, so I'm fucking stupid.
Sox in Tampa Bay, those pregame ceremonies for Joe.
Any favorite memory?
Like 5 million. Joe loves to drive to the ballpark, and when you're working with him, you're in the car with him. That's in there for strike 3. Caught him looking. Heineman's going to argue this a bit with Tom Hanahan. He's had a couple looks like this tonight.
He has.
The younger umpires.
Yeah, it's definitely a strike. I guess he thought it was up a little bit.
And Dave O'Brien, the Red Sox play-by-play announcer, I think we'll be calling one of the playoff series, one of the wild card series. I think it's the one in Houston. I might be wrong.
He's been a bit of a pain in the neck. Also scored a run, 4-1 Toronto. One of the great memories we have with Castig was being in London a few years ago. The Sox were playing the Yankees in the London series.
That was amazing.
And working together with Castig and Sean McDonough in a 3-man booth. And the games turned out to be blowouts or a ton of runs.
A ton of home runs, right?
All of that. So the games were pretty forgettable. But the broadcasts, we had such a great time sharing stories and sharing the microphone, the 3 of us. That was one of the highlights I've ever had.
It's a good 3-man booth.
I'll say we'll need a moment here to collect himself. We had a wonderful time there in London. Frankly, wherever We got a chance to work with Joe over the years. I was 9 years as a radio team. It was always a pleasure. And I'd go away on Mondays to do ESPN, to do a national game. And then obviously come back and work the Sox games with Castig on radio. And he would pepper me with questions like he was Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes about, you know, if I had seen Albert Pujols, for example, in St. Louis. He had a million questions about Albert Pujols. He wanted to know every detail. Nearly gets him knocked down by one. He loved the information. He loved the intel, you know? Yeah. Lived for it, really. So I felt like a reporter who went away to cover a story and, you know, come back and tell the editor the details. He just loves baseball.
That's a big part of this job, right? Is the information. You gotta have something.
Full count.
3-2. White Sox still leading the Angels 3-2 in the 5th inning. But the Tigers get Chicago and the White Sox the last 3. Yeah, pitch foul away.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild. You go look at the scoreboards and look out there at all these different games they're playing. The one
game has reached the
one
2-hour
that I
mark
saw,
now.
If you want to talk about baseball, was Charlie Blackmon retiring, but Nolan Arenado luckily there at the press conference.
Swinging a high deep drive, way back to right, and he crosses.
That's gone. Well, that's a shitty way. It looks like that's going to be a really shitty way to end this this Red Sox streaming season. The first one I've done in full. I streamed the playoffs and some of the playoff games in 2021. But this is the first full season I've done. I mean, not like full, but you know, when I can.
Back too. Wink couldn't figure out a pitch to give him, and then looked like that was the cutter down and in, and just short to it. This ball just jumps. Anytime you get a cutter and you square it up, that's the one thing. Everyone wants to chase that cutter. You know, Wink has that good cutter because he's got the vertical drop a lot of times. Well, I was talking with another pitcher recently, and they said that cutter is one of the worst pitches too because it has so much rotation on it. Hitters will drive it out.
Get to wear the home run jacket. Lucas with a fly ball to center field, dead away, and caught by Duran. 2 down.
Yeah, it's a special moment right there to finally get your first home run.
Yeah, not a cheapie either.
No, he got that one. Funny thing was, the way he was running too, you can tell he doesn't hit a ton of home runs. Then he should have done the parrot for Edwin Encarnacion right there.
Well, now, man, you expect to do that. That's their first home run in 6 games.
Do you know who Edwin Encarnacion's first home run was off of?
Who was it?
Craig Breslin.
No kidding.
We were on
That's
the
awesome.
the other day, and Craig remembered it.
Man, he hit a lot of them against the Sox, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He was a killer. Fenway, he loved Fenway Park. He was made for Fenway, that guy. Thought for a while the Red Sox might acquire him because he was such a good fit in Boston. So 6-1 lead. Kansas City has won. They beat Washington 3-0.
Ugh. That's a tough one.
So the slimmest of chances, about as slim as they got. Red Sox needed Kansas City to lose and Red Sox to win. Keep on winning.
You know, still got some time to try to rally here, but still such an uphill battle, knowing that if you even win tonight, all you got to do is 1 out of 3.
Yeah. So the Royals win one of their next 3 games, no matter what the Red Sox do, even if the Red Sox win out, which they're not going to. It's over. It's over.
And a 2-2 on the way.
Season's over.
fly that one into left center, not deep. And it's going to drop in.
That's a base hit. What the fuck?
In the perfect spot. A single here for Vladimir Guerrero, his second hit. Third hit in the inning for Toronto.
Yeah, he just held up his fingers for how many more hits he needs. You didn't think this one was going to fall, but Jared Duran was playing really deep and more shifted over to the right of second base if you're looking from home plate. Vladdy holding up the number 3. He knows.
And 3 hits away from 200.
There it is right there. 3 more.
So looking like he's going to have a 30 home run, 100 RBI, 200 hit season.
We'll see. 3 hits, eh? Still got to get those knocks.
Here's Kirk. And he'll rip the line drive base into right. Vladimir chugging into third. Here's the throw, and it's up the line. Kirk with a 3-hit game. First and third, 2 down. And Toronto.
So got runners on first and third now.
Already ahead 6-1.
Yeah, just leaves this up, and Kirk does a good job. He really inside outs this ball. We've seen him go to right field a bunch, and that's when he was really good as a hitter. He was utilizing all fields when he was 2 years ago. He's hit about 300, and that will be it for Wink.
Weiser coming in. We'll take the break as well. 7th inning. First and third, 2 down for Toronto. They lead it 6-1.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Get more for less with Nissan's epic offering of 6 2024 models starting under $30K. Like the award-winning Sentra, the best on the road, and the all-electric Leaf. All with available Safety Shield 360. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue Platinum.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal you're craving.
Why?
Back to work tomorrow at 6 only on Nesson, presented by Cross Insurance. This one's starting to slip away in a big way. 6-1. Weiser on, looking for that elusive third out. Addison Barger's gone 0 for 3.
Here's Greg
Runners at
Weiser.
first and third for the Blue Jays. 2 more runs in on the home run by Clase's first major league dinger. Barger's tapped to second 2 times and struck out. Into left field, backing up Gonzalez right there to make the play.
And that'll be out number 3, so that'll end the inning.
But they out on a couple more, 6-1.
But yep, it's a 6-1 ball game.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Get more for less with Nissan's epic offering of 6 2024 models starting under $30K. Like the award-winning Sentra, the best-selling Rogue, and the all-electric Leaf. All with available Safety Shield 360. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue Platinum.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
I recently heard of a way to make mealtime throughout the week so much easier. Cook Unity is a direct-to-chef marketplace connecting you to your city's top chefs. Choose from hundreds of weekly menu items: vegetarian, vegan, keto, paleo. Pick your plan, select your meals, and they're delivered
fuck is
right
that?
to your door. All you do is heat and eat. Cook Unity. Real food from real chefs, delivered fresh. Visit cookunity.com/TV for 50% off your first week.
I said I'd never join.
Never knew how strong I was.
I'm vegan. I identify that as my gender. That's my gender. My gender is
It
vegan.
never actually is.
Is the 8th inning. It's presented by Jimmy John's. Red Sox down 6-1. In the last game of this 3-game series, Toronto will turn to Eric Swanson. 44th appearance. Lately he's been a lot better than that 5.40 ERA. Tristan Casas, first man in, will foul that one away. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single.
Yeah, Swanson's going to bring that 4-seam fastball. He's got that carry on it. Loves to live the top of the zone and plays off that with the split. Also has the slider as well. That's a good combo to have when you got that carry on that 4-seam, and then you can drop it down with the north-south game, that split.
O'Neill on deck. In for a strike. Barely.
It looked like it just barely caught the corner, too.
They really bunch it up the middle defensively, Toronto does.
Yeah, it's one thing, too, with Casas, too. If he's going to hit the ball down to third base, it's usually like kind of a line drive that gets into the left field corner. You know, a lot of times the shifts are predicated on basically where do they hit it hard on the ground, and we're going to play in that spot to try to take it away. We're not going to worry about little weak hit balls and stuff like that. It's just when they hit it hard, where do we want to position?
1-2. He'll fly that one deep. Leperfido back to the track, and right there up against the wall makes the play. Casas with a really nice swing, but for an out. And 1 out in the 8th.
Yeah, that's the one you want to be at home. Guessing that hits off the wall. Seeing a different camera angle here in Toronto, too. Those walls are just, you know, when you're watching the game, those things protrude out a little bit. They're not just, you know, just a straight line across. They're actually in a little bit where that fence, that cage is the bullpen.
O'Neill's got 0 for 3. Trying to snap out of an 0 for 23. Not much offense tonight. Red Sox 6 hits, got the 1 run in the 6th inning. Durant led off the inning with a double. He came out and
O'Neill's
scored.
up 0 for 3.
Rattle foul.
Fouled off. Any other good memories this year from the Red Sox?
So they've had a couple of opportunities.
Not really.
Yeah, the base is loaded.
Other than the ones that we already talked about in this stream.
Nick Sogard just missed
Opening
the ball
day
in
was
the
really
right field
fun.
line.
I had a lot of fun on opening day.
Fly out for the third out.
That was just an amazing time. I remember I was pissed off at the beginning of the stream because technology was giving me trouble, but
No, because you just put it out there.
I ended up having a really good night.
That there's going to be a grand slam in the next 3 games. I mean, you did say the Blue Jays haven't hit a home run, and they did. I'm not saying it was your what?
No, don't get carried away there. They were. Here's the way to look at that. They were due.
Yeah. The best is Pat. Remember Pat? You got on Don about the time Don said something.
To hit hard but foul.
That was my favorite time in the booth this year. Was when Pat was serious about Don. It was Don's fault.
And he was completely serious.
He was so serious.
I mean, all the Chris Martin,
Trying to defend that.
when he would pitch well, and we'd sing along to some Coldplay because he's got the same name as the lead singer from Coldplay. It's just, that was always magical.
Nobody wants to see
It
him.
doesn't seem like we're going to have him next year, so it's probably never going to happen again.
Yeah,
It's kind of just a
I'll
very
tell you what,
unique
that
thing.
Offense, though, it did not impress me a lot. They're very. I mean, if you have good pitch ability against them, you're going to make them swing in some bad pitches. They were very swing happy from pitch 1, and when it's going good, that's great.
Cut on a miss, struck him out. Second K tonight for O'Neill. His problems continue.
Join us Sunday for Celtics Night at Fenway. Fans who purchase tickets at redsox.com/Celtics will get a limited edition reversible basketball jersey celebrating both Celtics and Red Sox championships.
Yoshida 1 for 3, a double. Bases empty, 2 down.
Strike one.
Tigers were like, well, if we need Skubal on the last day of the regular season, we're going to hold him in reserve for that. But looking more and more like they can pitch him in game 1 of the wild card series.
Yeah. That's one thing. You're looking at the standings. The way that Minnesota, I mean, they had a really good chance of making the playoffs, and they just bombed down the stretch. Terrible. I mean, they're in a dogfight right now with Miami at home. It's not like they're in Miami.
Yeah, they're 3-3 in the 6th inning. Well, Red Sox had their own problems at the All-Star break. They were right there, just 5 back in the division race. They're talking about competing for the American League East at that time. That's when Cora said, get greedy. Right after that, Red Sox just couldn't buy one. Clase will put that away, and the Red Sox are done in order here in the 8th inning.
T-Mobile is partnering with Major League Baseball to innovate the fan experience. From seamless stadium entry powered by T-Mobile 5G during All-Star Week to testing new balls and strikes technology, swing into the future with T-Mobile.
Choosing between my
So right at the bottom of the 8th inning, Blue Jays are gonna come up to hit, and then the Red Sox will have their last chance to do something in this final game of the year.
With 100% drug-free hair growth supplements.
Not the final game of the year, but final game of the year for streaming.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com/med.
This is a nightmare.
Someone called for a nightmare. Hang on. That's your nightmare? Some roof damage? I'm a professional. I deal with real nightmares. You just need to sing the State Farm jingle.
State Farm jingle?
Do it.
Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
State Farm can help with your claim. We're here when you need us.
Great. Can you get rid of it?
Ooh, we getting rid of. Wait.
Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
Our driving moment presented by Hawkwood Tire on this day at 16. Dustin Pedroia scored all the way from first base on a big poppy double in the 10th against
Oh my God.
The throw beat him, but he still found a way. I still have no idea how.
I mean,
That is insane.
I'm trying to figure out who the catcher was, but he just totally lost the ball.
Luke Maley.
It was Luke Maley. Oh, boy.
Foul ball up the line off the bat of Clement. I have no idea how he pulled that off. That was wizardry as Jay Sugar gets into the game.
Yeah, Luke Maley he totally got freaked out right there and just started, he just went nuts, and then all of a sudden, if he calmed down just a little bit, he might have.
Here's Chase Shugart, who has a 5.40 ERA this year.
As creative a scoring play as I've ever seen from Dustin Pedroia or anybody.
Oh.
But he was one of the great.
Even that. Who was the guy that flipped? Who was the one that jumped over the catcher and landed? I mean, that one was ridiculous
I've
too.
seen that a couple times. Fouled out of play.
I remember when I saw that. When I saw that guy leap over the catcher and flip and hit, I was like, there's plenty of us that think that could happen. Like, you know what? I'm gonna try this, and there's probably 90% of guys are gonna come up with a broken shoulder.
Line of base hit of Olympic Story.
It's kind of like the Hail Melon.
Tonight. That's 11 now for Toronto.
That's a base hit.
So that is how
That's
the
right.
last inning gets underway.
Chris Coughlin. That's another good one. It was way different though back then though, because close plays you could run over catchers.
Here's a Leo Jimenez.
A lot different when you're trying to take that base.
Duke is wistful about those days where you could run over catchers.
Yeah, it was
take out shortstops.
Yeah, those are fun days. I got Navarro in Tampa. Same video, same home plate. I got Navarro and he dropped it.
Jimenez 0 for 3.
That's one of the things you don't see anything crazy at home plate really anymore. With the new rule.
Well, the only thing you do see is disputes over whether the catcher blocked the plate. I'll put it Sogard in a second. That's one. There's him on at first for the double play. Smooth as it gets there, 2 down. Joey Lupierino will be next. He's got 1 for 3. So not much going on tonight. Red Sox have been very flat offensively. After last night's pretty exciting win, coming from behind and then using every available player. Everybody got in the game. Nothing going on tonight. And a 1-0. Foul at home plate. Waves right through that one on the sweeper. 1-2.
Lupierino's not scared to take some huge hacks.
Richard Fitz got the start tonight, went 5, gave up 4. And all of those earned on 6 hits. First earned runs he has allowed as a big league pitcher. And that's going to be in it for strike 3.
All right, so that's going to end the inning. We will head to the top of the 9th with the Red Sox down 6-1. And they'll have their final chance to try to do something in my final stream for the Red Sox of the year.
It's your job to stock the city, restaurants and rooftops.
And if they don't come back, then obviously the season is over.
Every corner store. And when it gets tough, you stay driven. Give it all you got. going non-stop.
I think mathematically it would be over. I'm not 100% on that,
Every
but
single round is on you.
I'm pretty sure it would be mathematically over.
And this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of
Since the Royals won.
Ready, set, spark. With Rose Sparks, you get the active ingredient in Viagra, but faster. Why? Under the tongue dissolvables hit your bloodstream more quickly compared to pills, which means less waiting and more doing.
It's a
Sparks
sippy
also
cup.
contain the active
Look at that.
ingredient in Cialis for long-lasting results, so you can go an extra lap. With ingredients for fast results that last, there's Rose Sparks. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
Yo, spot on. He's a prime time deal. This, or this? All for $5. Legendary. These deals, prime time, only at KFC. Way back, baby.
Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Nissan. We make cars that thrill. Shop NissanUSA.com by Plymouth Rock, the official auto and home insurance provider of the Boston Red Sox. Subaru of New England is a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. And by W.B. Mason Shipping and Packaging Supplies, delivered fast with no expensive freight charges. Ninth inning, Sox down 5. Chad Green in the game.
So Chad Green's in to close out the game. That's ball 1 to Trevor Story.
Trevor Story leading it off. He has walked a couple of times tonight and popped up to short.
Strike 1.
And Sox have been held to 6 hits. A loss for the Red Sox would send them home at 80 and 79. High fly ball left field. Over Fido right there for the first out. A strong play the game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Yeah, this game back in the bottom of the 7th inning. Clausen getting the cutter from Winkowski down, and he goes down and gets this for his first home run in the major leagues.
Sogard unsure on that swing. Single and 2 flyouts, 1 for 3 in this one.
Sogard right there having to take a timeout after not seeing that pitch well and getting the bad swing.
Well, teams in front of the Red Sox
1-1.
winning their
Nick
games tonight.
Sogard.
Kansas City blanking Washington 3-0. Tigers beat Tampa Bay 7-1. Seattle won earlier today 8-1 over the Houston Astros. And a line drive base hit in center. So 2-hit game for Nick Sogard. Continues to swing a
That's
good
a base hit for Nick Sogard.
He is. Even the balls he just missed the ball earlier in this game, flew out to center field, and just solid contact, just got under him. But puts together some good at bats. Switch hitter, can pick it too.
Connor Wong looking for his second hit. Single in the 7th has made him 1 for 3. The Red Sox loss here tonight would finish their road record at 43 and 38. All season long, Red Sox have excelled on the road, not true at home, but got started with that excellent road trip. You and I had all those games on the West Coast to start it. Red Sox surprised a lot of people by going 7-3, starting in Seattle.
Yeah, that's where the starting rotation was dominant too there in April. March/April. It started at the end of March this season, but you got to look there too. The run differential. That's the one. Usually Fenway Park, you should have a huge run differential lead.
Absolutely should. Popped up. And Clement on the infield. 4 on number 2. Got to be remedied next year. Got to be a whole lot better at Fenway Park. Play much better defense.
The defense, I would say, I mean, when you go look at it all and evaluate this season as a whole.
So here's Vaughn Grissom coming in.
When it was going good.
Now 2 outs for the Red Sox.
It was awesome to watch. And fun style baseball, fast, stolen bases. But just, it wasn't ever complete. There was always 1 or 2 things that just weren't flowing or working. If it wasn't the starting pitching, it was the bullpen, or it was the defense, or it was
There's always something.
Or the inability to hit with runners.
Nothing really ever flowed perfectly together
And
at
a lot
once.
of the inability to hit with runners in scoring position comes via the strikeout. When you're striking out a lot, that's the hard one. So that's what you do at the end of the year. You know, the Red Sox organization will evaluate all that stuff. Just try to build upon it and try to get better next year. But
it's going to be
take
strike
some
2.
pieces.
The defense has been a giant problem for 2 years.
Yeah.
Just can't continue if you're going to be a good ball club.
No, because it taxes the starting rotation too, making them have to throw more pitches, work a little bit more, which then hurts the bullpen.
Yeah, that's ball
Gets
2.
away from Heineman and down to second goes Sogard.
Yeah, because if you look at the starting rotation,
Hello,
there's 6
Malachi.
in ERA going into this game.
Welcome back.
But I think it was somewhere in the.
Can I
right in the
happy?
middle the
Of
road,
course you can
one of the
happy.
numbers like 18 or something.
I always encourage
innings
people to
pitched.
be happy.
So
You should always
you're getting a
happy.
good ERA, but you're not getting enough innings pitched out of your starting
No, I will
rotation.
not say it's okay.
Well, when you're 80 and 79, that'll be the case if the Red Sox lose this game. You obviously have a lot of work to do.
Malachi is relentless.
2-2 coming. And struck him out.
And that's the game.
6-1 the final.
So the Red Sox lose in my final game of the year. It's unfortunate, it really is, and that's going to be the season.
One game over, 580 and 79. They are officially eliminated from postseason play with that defeat.
And you can kind of see the looks on the faces in that dugout. They kind of know. They were looking at that scoreboard. They know exactly what they needed to do to make a run at this. But unfortunately tonight, that was it. They just couldn't get the runs across. It just, like we talked about, you know, they're going to play 3 more games here. You know, play a lot of different guys. Probably.
Still got 3 games.
Hopefully
I won't be watching them, like I said, but I encourage them to play their fucking hearts out.
Like you said, there's a lot of work to be done this offseason.
Final score tonight, Toronto 6 and the Red Sox 1. TC
That's
and
cool,
Jim coming
Malachi.
up next.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel.
Alrighty, y'all. Time to read off some stats. Red Sox lose 6-1.
Award-winning Sentra, the best-selling rub. And all with available Safety Shield 360.
For the Red Sox, Tristan Casas had the only RBI of the game. Richard Fitz got the loss, his first loss of the year, brings his record to 0-1. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, walked 2 batters, got 2 strikeouts, and has a 1.74 ERA, so that's pretty good still. Josh Winkowski pitched an inning and 2/3, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, struck out 3 batters, gave up 1 home run, has a 4.20 ERA. Greg Weissert pitched a third of an inning, has a 3.21 ERA. Chase Shugart pitched inning, gave up 1 hit, struck out 1 batter, has a 4.70 ERA. For the Toronto Blue Jays, Jonathan Clase had that home run in the 7th inning off of Josh Winkowski. And Jonathan Clase had 2 RBIs tonight.
Is Salvi eliminated from playoff contention? It is the
fucking Ernie Clement had an RBI, and then Alejandro Kirk had 3 RBIs.
By the Red Sox in the last
So,
30 years.
The
Red Sox.
Kevin Gausman pitched, he got the win, bringing his record to 14-11. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, walked 3 batters, struck out 3 guys, has a 3.83 ERA. Brendan Little pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits, struck out 1 batter, has a 3.38 ERA. Eric Swanson pitched an inning, struck out 1 batter, has a 5.26 ERA. Chad Green pitched an inning, gave up 1 hit, struck out 1 batter, has a 3.21 ERA. Time of the ball game tonight was 2.5 hours, so yeah, that's gonna be it, y'all. I will not be streaming another game this season for what I can foresee, because obviously they are now eliminated from postseason contention, so unless for some miracle I'm able to watch one of these next 3 games, I won't be. But this is it, you know.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our home and car insurance. What are you talking about?
That hurts,
That's a
though.
cute shirt. You
It
need
does
glasses,
hurt.
pal.
That's it. You're out of here.
Being officially eliminated.
Made easy. Get more with Geico.
Fucking hurts, man. I saw them guys in the dugout. They just to see them hurts.
From the job site to the ballpark, we come together.
I love them boys.
Ready to perfect our craft.
But yeah, I think the next MLB stream I might do, I think I'm gonna be live for if I am off on Monday. If I am off, I'll do the MLB Mets Braves doubleheader. That'll be like their final 2 games of the season.
Gear up, go yard.
So yeah.
Dang, this one is almost as good as mine. Yeah? See what you got?
Any other good memories to talk about from this year?
Not bad for only 1 MVP.
Remember when we fucked up Justin Verlander? That was kind of fun.
That's cute. Come when you
That was kind of fun.
Get fast, free delivery of all your supply needs with no expensive freight charges.
Not really any other ones I can think of, though. Nipples for triples was always fun. And Jaron Duran got 14 triples.
The Subaru of New England.
But yeah, that's really it. I mean, it's really all I can think. I mean, there's probably many more, but
diamonds in the rust.
yeah, guys.
Stamp on stock parts. Turning metal.
It was a lot of fun this year, but all good things come to an end. I will still be alive, obviously. The streams don't end. It's just the Red Sox streams end until next March, April. I think it's end of March. Good times have come to an end. But yeah, I'll be doing the Sun streams, the NASCAR streams.
Well, it is over, at least the playoffs.
All that, you know.
Dream of making the postseason.
Alright.
Still 3 games to play.
I want to thank you guys for watching all season long.
We welcome you to Extra Innings Live.
And tonight, through the ups and the downs, the good and the bad.
Since 1898. Nobody does it better. Tom Kim, Hall of Famer Jim Rice.
The triumphs and the
So you don't have to get the math out.
other thing, whatever the opposite of that is.
The whiteboard or the calculator or any of it. The Red
So, yeah.
Sox have been mathematically
Peace out, bitches.
eliminated.